A man is only as good as his word, dude, and you're lying out your ass. Very disappointed in you, Larry. I mean, normally I'm just kind of disgusted by you, but now I'm disappointed, Larry. You literally lied to the planet. You lied your way in. You lied your way in, and even if you tell a white lie or a big-ass lie and you pay it off, then it's okay. I'm not condoning dishonesty, but for the purposes of the show, if you're going to lie, at least pay it off, dude. Do not pay it off with some moronic parody you've been sitting on since Jeff Saturday got hired. It would have been equally moronic then. That's why you didn't get through, Larry, right? So what do you think of yourself? Man, he just doesn't know. Rome doesn't know. This song's incredible. Sunday, Monday, crappy days. This is an amazing parody, but nobody will know if I can't convince Rome to hear it. So I'm going to spend 4 months making up a lie to get Rome to let me through, and it worked. You got through, bro. Larry, what if that's the last call that you ever make to this show that gets on the air because you lied to me and it was that bad? See, you know what the problem is, Larry? Here's the problem, Larry. You're like the old man who cried wolf. The problem is you may, in fact, actually get a big break one day. And if so, it'll be because of me. But you may, in fact, get a big break one day. Or there may be a big break available to you one day, but because you lied to me, you lied to the universe, and the universe doesn't like that crap, and you're not going to get that big break. You get what you put out there, old man, and what you put out there was a big-ass lie. Come on, Larry. After all I've done for you. Man, that is disappointing. Even for you, Larry. Can somebody pick me up and end this show on the truth? I'll take your reaction. Man, that was bad. That was worse than bad. Eddie from Rhode Island's like, you got your wish, F. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't. Like an F, when things are so bad, they're good. There was nothing good about that. I'm trying to find a way to describe exactly what that was. That was not an F. That was not just bad. You know what that was? That was a lie. I don't like liars. So disappointed in Larry's performance. He took a massive dump in his pants, just like Mr. Lobster's faithful. Angus and 319. Larry always dumps in his pants. We expect that. That's the expectation. But he literally spent 2 weeks on hold telling that lie to Chalk. Oh, I got a story. Rome will like it. Let's go back to the phones. Larry, it's going to take a long time for me to forgive you for that. And by a long time, I mean pretty much never. Let's go to Oxnard. Manny, pick me up. Manny in Oxnard. Manny, what's up?
Van Smack, you know you can always count on me. Hey, listen, I just want to bring up real quickly, why do people keep crapping on Oxnard? For all those of you that aren't aware, Oxnard is the strawberry capital of the world. So the next time you have those nice sliced and diced strawberries on top of your vanilla ice cream or whatever the hell you put them on top of, okay, Oxnard got them to you. Hey, Rome, real quickly, the Lakers, man, I got to tell you, it hurts to have to watch them play, but especially when they play the freaking Clippers. I mean, as if it isn't bad enough to see Ballmer having an aneurysm after his 15 Pfizer shots on the sideline, on, the courtside seats in crypto, okay? That's bad enough. But being, the Lakers being the bitch of the Clippers, that's ridiculous. We're the most storied franchise other than the Celtics, and it's well below average. Now, last thing, Rome, I know I'm up against the clock, the Eagles. All I want is for the Eagles to take the Chiefs down. And it's not because I'm a Raider fan and I'm hating on the Chiefs, okay? But I don't want to see Mahomes' girlfriend / wife or whatever the hell she is acting a fool with his brother, okay, in the suite. I'm sick of that. Please stop. Rome, have a great rest of your week. I'll be listening next week to all the great interviews. Love you, Van Smack. Out.
Nice job, Manny. You did pick me up. Definitely. I mean, Larry, no offense. Actually, I don't care if you do take offense. That was like a million times better than what you did. And all he did was call up and hype Oxnard for being the strawberry capital of the world, say that he hates the fact that the Lakers are the Clippers' bitch. They are. And talk about how he wants Philadelphia to win because he's sick of Patrick Mahomes' family. And for the record, most of the world is. And that's all that guy had to do to be a million times better than you, Lawrence. Lawrence, you see what I'm saying? I don't care that you suck. I just don't like you lying to me. Let me ask you this, Larry, because I know you, Larry. Are you going to call up next week when I'm on Radio Row and lie about the time or about how you just met Dak Prescott at a party and then sing your Hit the Road Dak parody that you've been trying to get on the air with?
No dreams, no more, no more, no more, no more. Lost to the pack and say goodbye to Romo.
You know,
Rodgers,
Larry, you know you were going to do that. Larry, you know you were going to do that. I'll make up for it now, Rome. I'll make up for it now, Rome. Rome, I know I let you down. I know I lied to you. I know I lied to the jungle. I can make it up to you. Rome, it's incredible. I swear, Rome. I swear I met Dak Prescott. I did. And he commissioned me. And I sang him this song, Hit the Road, Dak. Larry, don't. I know you're going there next week. Don't. Larry, do not come to Glendale. Do not come on the set. And most of all, Larry, for the love of God, stop lying to me. Here's a story. You're finished. That's the story. The end. Here, that's my parody. For the ones who get it done, Grainger is offering supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as access to product experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call or click Grainger.com or stop on by. I know that sounds unnecessarily harsh. I'm not asking for a hell of a lot. Just don't lie to me. Have a take, don't suck, don't lie to the host. Have a take, don't suck, don't lie to the host. My thanks to Sam Pollard. My thanks to Howard Beck. The big head, James Kelly, and I are going to knock out a podcast, Jim Rome's Big Head Bets. And we're going to start taping that in 15 minutes out.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Swung on, hit left field. The Braves are going to tie it. Here comes Thompson. Tie game. Murphy with a single to left.
Hey, sports fans, one of the most beloved athletes ever to play for the Atlanta Braves, Dale Murphy, is coming to Greenville on Sunday, April 2nd. Table sponsorship and ticket information to a dinner with Dale Murphy is available now at pr927fm.com. Don't miss your chance to meet a living legend and hear Dale Murphy talk about his career, leadership, resilience, integrity, and more. It's a dinner with Dale Murphy, Sunday, April 2nd. Details available now at pr927fm.com.
Here with Jeff Stahn at Brown & Wood. Jeff, how can you help people with service in 2023?
We continue to offer free pickup and drop off for the customers, and our customers' time is valuable. So we've added 3 additional Express Lube technicians to reduce wait time. That's our #1 goal for 2023. And please don't forget, we service all makes and models. We're voted #1 in Greenville by the customer. Come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
New year, new you, new Papa Bites. Chicken parm, jalapeno, and Oreo cookie Papa Bites. Just in time for those New Year's resolutions, huh? Don't worry, we won't tell anyone.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington is celebrating 40 years in business. That means big savings for you on your favorite men's and women's clothing and accessories. As you would expect, Rhonda has slashed prices 40% on select merchandise. Outerwear, slacks, assorted sportswear, and shoes for the men. Dresses, sweaters, blouses, and outerwear for the ladies. Celebrate 40 years with us and save 40% while it lasts. We're here because of you, and we thank you, our friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates! The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Well, I just think we were prepared. You know, one thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
All right.
It was in the men's section.
Girl shirt button on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah, figured it out.
Wes is wearing a girl's shirt.
Yes. It's me, Nancy Garcia.
Go cojones.
How about those friggin' Pirates?
There's local politics, bud.
You are terrible! And stop playing that song!
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Did not flub at all. Send it in.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us online, pr927fm.com, and watch the show, be a part of the show on Facebook Live and YouTube. What's on your mind today? You can let us know and be a part of the program. We got a big show on tap for today. East Carolina head football coach Mike Houston going to join us here in hour number 1. So if you have a question for Coach, you can chime in on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. Coming up later on in today's program in hour number 2, Carolina Hurricanes heading into the All-Star break. Second most points in the NHL. We'll talk to our resident Caniac Brooks Hill about the All-Star break, the trade deadline, and they have the big outdoor game at Carter Finley Stadium coming up in a couple of weeks. So we'll dive into all that, talk a little hockey in hour 2. The game show sweeping the nation. Shirley Rhodes' Name That Sound coming up in hour number 2 as well, as we will play another round coming up later on in the program. And Jeff Nadu, Barstool Sports, will join us, talk about what's going on tonight. He had East Carolina plus 8.5 last night and won it by 0.5 point. Pirates go down to USF, but we'll talk college hoops, the American, and more in hour number 3 with Jeff Nadu. All right, we got a packed house. Shirley Rhodes, Chan Man here, the big dog Glenn Griffin, Jenny Shelton is here, Troy D is to my left. Hello, Troy.
Hey, Clip, good to see you. How are you?
I am doing fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I finally warmed up.
Yeah.
It took me to 3:02 this afternoon.
I'm way more positive this week than you think I would be because it's been gray, dreary, and rainy all week long.
Yeah.
And cold, and yet I'm still upbeat and positive, Clip.
That is good to hear.
You know me.
Yeah.
Normally I'd be depressed Troy D.
And we got a big old ray of sunshine right here in the Pirate Radio studios. Coach Mike Houston joining us as well.
Good to see you, Coach. It's the first time we've seen you in person in studio here, anyway, since the big bowl victory. So let me officially congratulate you.
I appreciate that. No, it's good to be back in Greenville and back over here. So
that ended up being a pretty fun week down in Birmingham.
I thought it was I thought the bowl. I thought they did a great job hosting the teams. I think our players really enjoyed the week. Very impressed, obviously, with the facility there, and that whole the rejuvenation of downtown Birmingham. Very impressed with it, and then what a game. I thought our players, they came out and really stuck it on them. So big bowl win. That was a good way to go out.
I heard unfinished business said a lot by the players. Was that coming from the top? Like I know the Military Bowl and BC and all that was in the past, but it sounded like that kind of built back up when you headed into that bowl game against Coastal.
Well, I mean, we talked about it the whole time that, had not been a bowl victory since 2013. And so, obviously, that group was very determined to kind of break that streak. They broke the postseason streak the year before, but didn't get a chance to play in the bowl game. So it meant a lot to them. And I do think that, playing somebody regional like Coastal Carolina, and, they know a lot of those guys. And so it meant a lot to them to win and to win the way they did. And, have that kind of performance.
Coach Mike Houston joining us in studio as we talk ECU football. How much, football's a game of momentum. What about ending the season with that type of momentum? How long does that carry you? What, what does that mean to the program to be able to finish the season like that versus not going to a bowl game or losing a bowl game?
Well, I think, the big thing that we have noticed just from, we've been on the road recruiting, for the past month and plus, is a lot of people watch that game. It was a prime time kickoff.
But the ratings were really well.
Yes, ratings were really good. But I mean, so many coaches throughout the Southeast and recruits and everybody watched that game, and so it was great exposure for our university. It was a great exposure for our program, and to play the way we did and win it the way we did in dominant form. Our brand is really, really good right now.
I think, and take me back to, guys, refresh my memory, because I remember we talked about this clip being the only game in town, the only football game of any form at that time. I believe it was on I want to say
Tuesday night, Monday.
Was it Monday or Tuesday? Was it? I forget what day it was, but I remember whatever it was the the only football game around at that time. So if you wanted to watch football, that was it, and it was on the ESPN.
Yeah, I think it was
main
Tuesday
channel.
night.
Yeah, so it ended up being. We're normally be like, we're stuck on Tuesday night, but this kind of ended up being during a holiday week, a good time to be on.
Right. No, I thought it was great, and I appreciate the bowl for taking care of us. And I thought, the players, they enjoyed, the post game. I thought the celebration was really good. I thought we had great turnout from our fan base. And so that home side was, all purple and gold. So it was awesome.
I was kind of stunned when I walked out there and how many fans we had. It was really impressive. We've been trying to get you in studio here for a while since then. You've been, as you mentioned, so busy recruiting. This is the first chance we've had.
Yeah.
We've actually been able to come back to Greenville, rest for a minute, catch your breath. The recruiting game has really changed even this year. It has just kind of been bonkers lately. For folks that maybe aren't following it as closely, don't live in it like you do, just kind of take us through the last couple months of what this recruiting situation for football is like now versus what it's been like in the past.
I'm tired. No, you have the traditional recruiting that, so you go all the way back to last May and June where we're, targeting our top high school players last year, and you had official visits. The month of June, you had official visits on the weekends and stuff, and had a great class committed. So you recruit those guys all through the fall, and so we had the first signing date while we were practicing for the bowl game.
Yeah.
It was like December the 20th or something like that. So that was the first signing date. We signed a large number of, I think, 15 high school players on that first signing date there in December. Then we have the bowl game. Come back from the bowl game, get through New Year's holiday, and then you had a week there right after New Year's Day where we hosted transfers. They had that window for transfers to visit institutions. So, we had, I don't know how many we had on campus that week, but we ended up signing 8 at the midterm. And so, and then you rolled right into spring, or right into the high school recruiting again. So the whole month of January, we've been on the road during the week, all over the Southeast, and then having official visits on the weekends. We signed 3 more players yesterday. So we ended up signing 19 high school student athletes, and which I think it's a large number. I think it's probably going to be the largest number of any FBS school in the region. We had 8 transfers join us, and so a few of the high school kids are here already. All the transfers are here with us already. So now you have your roster where it's at for the spring semester, and those guys are lifting and running and doing all that stuff and getting ready for spring practice.
And I guess over the last 30 days, it's kind of been somewhat of a shell game because you know the guys that are graduating that are leaving, but then you had some decide to transfer elsewhere. Then you had a large group of guys decide to want to go play professional football, which is, so that constantly changes the numbers. That might open up another roster spot for somebody. Right. So right when you think you might be good, all right, well, we're here good on defensive backs. Oh, we need some more defensive backs. So how much of that was thrown for a loop? As far as the guys leaving to go pro, like I know they talked to you about it, but were you surprised by the amount of guys that decided to are going shooting for the NFL?
We're having those conversations constantly with our players, and so not really surprised by anyone. Everybody, you look at Keaton. Well, Keaton and I were talking constantly, and so I'm excited for them, excited for their opportunities. Want to see them make it, and so it's one of those things where that's just that's part of it, and that's stuff like that. The top programs, they've been dealing with that year in and year out. It's just
it's a good problem to have. I guess
it's a good problem to have.
And if those guys make it, it's good for the program.
4 years ago, you didn't have this problem.
That's right.
So
I guess we're just not used to it.
I'm excited to have this problem. So, but it's all part of it. I mean, it's part of the whole new deal.
You talked about the recruiting of the guys, the transfers, the high school kids you recruit. But now in this day and age, Coach, as you know, a lot of times you got to recruit your existing roster to stay. And I guess it works both ways. Sometimes if it's not working out with a player, it's easier for them to go to. Everybody that transfers isn't a bad thing. Sometimes they need a fresh start, a better opportunity. So it I guess it goes both ways.
I would just kind of leave it like this. I really like our roster that we have on campus today. I really do, and I think that I wish everybody the best. But I like the kids we have in our program. I'm excited about spring practice. We do have a few scholarships that we're holding for May. We want to go through spring practice and see where our roster is. The whole thing is turned into, and we knew this was coming, so you're preparing for it, is, you're building your roster right now through the spring for, what you're going to have on the field during the fall. We did the same thing last spring. This time last spring, there were several of those guys that played for us and started for us this past year that weren't in the building.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about that too. I think Isaiah Winstead, one of those guys.
Justin Redd.
Yeah. So
Jack Powers.
You mentioned you have your roster set for spring, and you kind of just said it there. It doesn't mean it's necessarily the roster for the fall. No. Still things you could add. Right. Still could be subtractions too, I guess.
Sure. But I like where we are today.
Let's talk about, a spot that's going to get a lot of attention, gets the attention every year. It's the one guy that doesn't matter what team you're on, is always going to get the attention.
Sure.
And it's a new guy for East Carolina. They're getting a new guy's getting the keys to the car, so to speak. And he has been very patient, riding shotgun for a few years now. And that's Mason Garcia at quarterback. We wish the best to Holton Ahlers as he continues on with his career.
Well, what a way for Holton to go out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he and I have talked about it. I mean, it's couldn't be happier for him, and not only the way he ended the season in Birmingham, but his performance in the All-Star games. He's going to fool around and get drafted or end up with somebody in a really good situation. And
no, I think his decision to come back for that last year bode well for him.
Unbelievable.
His stock has gone up versus where it would have been this time last year.
No doubt.
Pros.
No doubt.
Yeah,
I think
it was the right decision.
Right. But
so let's talk about Mason, the future. You've been pretty public in saying, "Hey, this is our guy." And what you've seen a lot more of him than anybody else. So for fans that just know him by name or said, "Wow," they've seen his stats and have read about him. Tell us what you love about Mason Garcia and what you expect out of him.
Well, I think the first thing is it's not just me. I mean, it's our whole program. I'm talking players. Everybody's excited. And that says a lot about the character of Mason Garcia, just the kind of teammate he is. I think that's the reason everybody's so excited about him, is just the way he's handled everything. And sure, he wanted to play. I mean, everybody does.
Yeah.
But I thought, he handled things with a lot of maturity. He has worked his tail off. He had a great bowl prep practice. Had very, very solid all throughout. He's literally, I promise you, he is sitting in the film room right now. We have a team meeting at 4:30. He's in there every day looking at film, excited about his opportunity. But, Mason is a big, strong, athletic, very talented young man. He's 6'5", 252, very athletic, very strong arm, can make all the throws. I think he is exponentially improved as far as the offense, understanding defenses and all that. And we're going to tweak the offense. The offense is going to be different with Mason Garcia than it was with Holton Ahlers. I mean, everything we did last year was geared around Holton's strengths. And so now you're gearing everything around Mason's strengths.
So what would be different?
Mason's going to be more of a run threat than Holton was. And Holton, not that Holton wasn't a run threat, but Mason's going to be more of a run threat than Holton was. Mason has a little bit stronger arm, so he's going to be able to get the ball down the field in some different windows than Holton did. Now, Holton was a 5-year starter. He was like having a coach on the field.
Right.
Mason does not have that experience, so you're not going to quite put as much on him at the line of scrimmage as what you put on Holton. It was, Holton had great command at the line of scrimmage, and I think they've probably experienced that in these all-star games. His ability to see things that are going on the other side pre-snap is pretty special.
I'm sure you've been asked this. We got tons of calls about it during the season about Mason Garcia going in for a few snaps in games and right. Didn't get a lot of opportunities to do that. Do you feel like what he's been doing behind the scenes, what he will do from now until September is going to be enough for him, obviously, to be a big-time quarterback this year without getting that playing time?
He will be fine this year. Now, is he going to go through some jitters and butterflies, with starting a college football game? He's got one start under his belt. But before the season last year, Mason and I sat down and we decided to try to redshirt him. And so that limited us to 4 games that he could play in. And to be honest, we had a lot of close ball games. That's just it is what it is.
Yeah.
We were in a lot of dog fights, and that's the one position that you don't go messing with it when the starter's playing well. And Holton obviously played at an elite level. So it is what it is. He has some experience. He has a lot of experience in practice. Sure, he's going to go through some first-time things next year, but he'll be ready to play.
And I clarified this with Donnie Kirkpatrick one of the last times we talked publicly, but you got people tuned in all the time that might not have heard it. If all goes well, knock on wood, and Mason Garcia stays healthy and finishes his career here at East Carolina, he's got 3 seasons to go. So that he could be and it's the math with all this COVID stuff sometimes hard to figure out, but he's got, he could be here for three more years counting this season.
Yeah, he could be.
Which would be awesome.
And if he has 2 great years, who knows? All I know is I'm glad he's here. I believe in him. I believe in Alex Flynn, who's also in the room. Raheem Jeter. You talk about another impressive athlete now. It's a big, good-looking joker now. and he's here right now. He's working out, training. So I like the 3 quarterbacks that we have going through spring practice.
I still want to talk to you about a lot of stuff before we take a break. Let's talk about the season opener at Michigan. What a party that's going to be, a welcoming party for Mason and all the Pirates. That's an incredible atmosphere. Have you come close to anything like that before, and what are your expectations going into Ann Arbor?
Well, I think first, they weren't quite what they are now 4 years ago when the game was scheduled. But back-to-back Big Ten champions. So we played Florida State at Florida State in their home opener the game after they won the national championship with Jameis Winston, which 2014.
Okay.
It sold out, 90,000 people. I mean, it was a good atmosphere. Now, it's not 104 or whatever that Michigan is.
Yeah.
And it's not the big house, but that's going to be a big-time environment.
Yeah. You're more nervous or more excited?
Nah. What's there to be nervous about? We're going to line up and go play.
There'll be a lot of Pirate fans there. Just about everybody I talk to, it seems like they're going. I guess they're going to fit everybody in there.
I hope they got room for 30,000 Pirate fans.
Yeah, really.
That sounds
That'd
like
be great.
We're gonna have.
Everybody I know is heading to Ann Arbor. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back more with Mike Houston here, hour number 1 of Pirate Radio Live. A lot of Twitter and Facebook questions. We'll get to those, too. When we return on Pirate Radio Live, back with you after this.
Pirate fans, East Carolina basketball returns home this Saturday, February 4th for a 4 p.m. tip-off against SMU. Tickets are $20, youth tickets are just $10, and lower bowl seats are available. It's Pirate Club Day, and new members are always welcome. It's East Carolina and the Mustangs of SMU, the Pirates and the Ponies, Saturday at 4 o'clock at Williams Arena.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients.
Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road in Winterville and a new location coming soon to Uptown Greenville.
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with 0 interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Are you looking for a home loan? Look no further than Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage. Since 1960, Guild Mortgage has partnered with industry professionals to close loans on time and help millions of Americans realize their dreams. Call Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage in Jacksonville, 910-389-4602. Amy Goss is licensed in Florida, Georgia, Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS 3274. NMLSconsumeraccess.org /for licensing information. Please visit guildmortgage.com /licensing. Guild Mortgage is not affiliated with Pirate Radio.
Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
This is Josh Gross, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy your favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All righty, back with you here, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Mike Houston joining us in the Pirate Radio studios. Coming up, hour 2, we're going to play another game of Name That Sound. Let's just an example. We'll let Coach Houston play around real quick.
Yeah, it's like a
Coach, we're going to play
of the game.
We're going to play a sound. You're going to have to identify where that sound comes from. Shirley, can you hit one?
How about those friggin' pirates?
Okay, that was clearly you.
I think I've got that one. He's got a guess.
But what game was that after? Do you remember?
I think that was was that Memphis?
I believe it was after the overtime
That was
victory.
the press conference.
Shirley, do we have a right answer on that?
I believe that is correct, yes.
I think I about broke the podium.
You woke up, everybody. It was a late night.
That was
game
good.
lasted
4
long.
overtimes.
Yeah.
That's kind of...
What a great game. That's homecoming.
I remember it. I was there.
Yeah, that's kind of been your thing now. You know, it's kind of been
I don't know if you almost broke the podium. That might be too much.
I remember, I think...
Broke my hand.
Glenn, you text me afterwards. You're like, I got something great.
I mean, I was... Probably
I was excited. Just that
maybe a foot from it.
Well, I cannot describe just some of the each week, just some of the stuff that goes in emotionally into everybody.
Sure.
And the stresses and the pressure, and that was a pressure cooker game, and so to win it like that, I was just so excited for our kids, and just.
That was 4.5 hours before that, you're down 17-0, I believe.
Yeah.
You had a big deficit. It was a great game.
We were half asleep in there. I will be honest.
I know.
We were half asleep.
We call the fake punt. It is there. It is exactly the look we practiced all week. We have one. We have one guy that just doesn't go block the guy he's supposed to block, and I got egg on my face. So.
The other fun moment after we were down on the field with you guys as the game ended for the bowl game, and there was a lot of pressure going into that. It's been a long time since ECU's won a bowl game.
Yeah.
And in the history of the program, I think this was only number 10,
9 or 10.
10,
I think 10.
Yeah. But so a lot of times we don't talk to you till after everybody's calmed down, and then you get in the media room, and usually it's 20 minutes later and the dust has settled.
Yeah.
But we're all out on the field, but the rules of a bowl game sometimes a little bit different. It's a little bit looser. So I'm with Bailey and some of the other media guys, and we're kind of going up to you just to kind of get reaction, and you're standing there, and I think we're getting ready. It looked like we might actually get a comment. You turn around and you go, "You guys going to interview me or what?" Coach actually wants to talk.
He's
to
ready
us
to answer questions now.
But I got a video of that. I think we put it out there on the Pirate Radio social media. I'm recording that, and then you're fired up. How about those Pirates? You give a great comment. They're playing Ric Flair, 2001 Space Odyssey music in the background, and then from the angle, and then the fireworks start going off as you finish. It's like at the end of a movie, like the confetti shooting off. I was like, I'll have to show it to you.
I think I was floating around.
It was incredible.
I was kind of stunned.
This doesn't even look real.
You were very much on cloud nine.
It was good.
Awesome.
The Chancellor was out there. Amanda and the boys were out there somewhere.
It's a great moment.
Yeah,
it was a scene.
It was.
It was a lot of fun.
It was awesome.
All right, we talked about one position player that always gets a lot of attention, which is the quarterback. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask about another position player that people do talk about that gets a lot of attention and is very key in wins and or losses, and that's the kicker, the kicking position. Is there anything new? I looked down this list. I didn't see any kicker that I could see signed that I noticed. Is there any new kicker you want to bring on board, have brought on board? Is there any change going into next year with the place kicking situation for ECU football?
Well, there's obviously a lot of competition this spring. I mean, you have Owen Daffer obviously is returning. Andrew Conrad finished the season as the starter. Lath Margin finished the season as the kickoff specialist. You have Carson Smith, on the roster also that's has some ability, and those guys are going to compete throughout the spring. And obviously we're having conversations with recruits and other people, and I think that you kind of see how things go through the spring, and you bring in competition where you need competition, and it's no different than the rest of our roster in that you're tweaking and building and shaping and allowing those guys to compete. I mean, Conrad was a true freshman last year, and all in all had a decent year, but now he's got stiff competition, so it'll be interesting to see how everything shakes out.
So it's wide open right now.
Wide open.
All right.
Every position. We talk about quarterback. Now I still expect there to be competition, and I told a player earlier today, I don't care who plays. I don't care. The best players will play. Everybody's got an opportunity.
All right, let's talk about spring ball. That's what's up next.
Yeah.
I guess winter workouts going on. Right now, I assume. How those are going. Spring game news broke yesterday about the day and time. A few people wondering about the day and time selection this year. I want you to address that and the schedule kind of going into spring ball. If anything's changed with the way you guys want to conduct spring ball this year.
Well, we start spring practice on March 14th, and really, you dictate when you start by when the spring game is. You set the beginning by, first figuring out when the end was. I really don't care when we have it. I want to have it after spring break. So we're starting on March 14th, and we're going Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday afternoons, and Saturday mornings. We're going to go 4 straight weeks. Originally we talked about having the spring game on April 15th. The administration really wanted to have the spring game on a weekend when we had home baseball. That's the reason we're having it on April the 8th. Now the conference has dictated to ECU that first pitch of the baseball game on the 8th is at 12 o'clock. So that's the reason we're having the spring game at 11 a.m. So we'll go an hour and 15 minutes, and then what it does is it allows our donors that are at the spring game, then they can walk over and catch the bulk of the baseball game. So it's
kind of like a doubleheader.
Yeah, it's good for both. And
so just like the regular season, the head coach has no say-so in who we play or what time. They just, hey, this is when we need you to show up.
Well,
right?
A lot of people are involved in the decision, and at the end of the day, you try to do what's best for our fan base. If you do it 2 separate weekends, then somebody that wants to be involved in both that doesn't live in Greenville, then obviously they have to make the trip here to Greenville, 2 straight weekends.
Yeah, and you're right. It gives an opportunity for folks to take in a couple of sports in a day.
Yeah.
Speaking of spring ball, we've been keeping up with Rajay Harris. We've had him on the show a couple of times in the last few weeks. I haven't talked. He's in mourning because his 49ers lost. I hadn't talked to him.
I told him the 49ers are sitting the same place the Cowboys are, on the couch.
And my team.
Yeah.
But last time we talked to him, he said...
Did the Commander Skins or whatever?
We're talking college football right now, Coach. No. Rajay said he was on track, at least on schedule.
Yeah.
I think he said he was going to start running in February sometime. So where is he right now as far as spring goes, his progression and everything?
Well, he's assistant running backs coach through spring practice. That's what I told the group yesterday. But, he'll do some stuff during spring practice. He won't practice, but, he'll be doing stuff. We expect him to be cleared by the summer. And, he's like anything else. I mean, he's full throttle. I mean, he's attacking the rehab and keeping a positive mindset and, all the things that all of us have come to expect from Rajay. And, I expect him to be, full throttle, ready to go for the fall.
Mike Houston joining us. Troy, I got a lot of quick hitting online questions.
Yeah,
let's get those real quick.
Yeah, let's get to some of these. I see we got a lot of people weighing in. If you'd like to ask Coach Houston a question, you can weigh in on our Pirate Radio Facebook page or YouTube page. While you're there, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe.
I'll try to get the football questions before the silly ones out of the way. Brian says, Coach, why do a great number of college teams play zone coverage as opposed to jamming offense at the line of scrimmage?
Well, I think it's, like with us, we play a combination of it. We play some zone, we play some trap, we play some man, we play some zero. It's each team is going to do what fits their personnel, what fits their scheme, stuff like that. If you have a certain type of athlete at corner, you can do certain things. If you got a big, long, fast kid like a Sauce Gardner, then you can play some press. And I remember when they played us, he played a combination of playing some press and playing some off. So I think it's a combination of things and a combination of philosophy.
William asking what guys that may not have seen the field much last year could we be seeing a lot of this year? Who you think is going to step up?
Well, along those lines, we're just Siobhan Ravel. I don't know if anybody noticed him in the bowl game.
Speaking of long corners, right?
He was very impressive in the bowl game, and just really excited for him and the opportunity that he has right now. And I think he's going to be a really good one. And so I think he's definitely one that you're going to see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens at running back there. You got Rajay coming back off injury. Marlon, I thought, had a very solid freshman year. You have some guys returning. You have a transfer in Gerald Green. You have an incoming freshman in JVS Bond. It's going to be interesting to see how that shakes out this spring.
New conference mates coming in. Some teams leaving. And Juan asking about, UNC Central, UNC Charlotte. Charlotte become the annual rivalry week game for ECU.
Well, we're both in state, so that would make it pretty natural. We're going to play them every year. They've had a coaching change and are very, very aggressive in a lot of different off-field things right now to try to enhance their program. So I think that you're going to see them be pretty competitive pretty quick.
What do you think of the new makeup of the American Conference?
Well, I think the commissioner and the powers that be, they did what they thought was best to protect the conference by adding so many new members. That way you're protected from defections in the future. I think that you look at how you targeted, big city markets. So I think that it leaves us as a little bit of an outlier on, not being a big city market. But, for the most part, the rest of the conference is. I think you got some really good football programs coming in. You start talking about UTSA and North Texas and UAB and some of these teams coming in. They've done well in other conferences and done well nationally.
I think you'll be playing in a dome next year, right? UTSA playing in the Alamo Dome.
Yeah, and I think they fill it up and it's really loud and great game day environment.
I asked you this question about this time last year. You had a great answer, but things constantly change and evolve. This is kind of a big picture question, but speaking of the new conference and transfers and NILs and all this stuff that the world of college football is, what's your take on just the world of college football and where it's going and just what it's like now, especially someone as a D1 football coach?
We're in bad need of leadership. That's, at the national level. It's just I was at the coaching convention with all the head football coaches across the country back at the beginning of January, and that's the consensus of everybody is just, where's all this going? What's going to be the final, stopping point? And I think that there has to be some national leadership, and I don't know. We're not done changing. That's what I think.
Is the divide just getting bigger and bigger because it appears the haves have more and the have-nots have less?
Yeah, it's right now it's money, and it's if you're willing to spend it, then you can gain an advantage, and if you're not, then it's going to create more of a divide.
It still kind of blows my mind that things that used to give programs the death penalty, now you can brag about and do out in the open. Does that like set in yet? That wow, this used to be totally illegal, and now it's like who can do it the most?
Well, and let me say this: I know a lot of fans don't like some of the things, some of the changes. I can promise you, a lot of other people like myself don't like it either. But it is what it is, and so you've got to evolve and adapt and move on. But I think that as you sit back, you're going to see a lot of teams that maybe our fans don't expect to be highly competitive. I think you're going to see them be highly competitive really, really fast, and the reason is going to be NIL. And the teams that are willing to spend NIL, you're going to see some teams almost overnight transform.
Coach, another question from YouTube. TJ asking, who influenced you the most to get into coaching? It's like a Barbara Walters question.
Yeah.
It's deep right there.
And if you're an animal, what animal would you be?
I think probably my high school and college coaches, particularly my high school coaches. I mean, I've talked about it a lot. Just I'm the only member of my family to ever go to college. I would not have had the opportunity to go to college if it were not for football. And so just the way it gave me opportunities and changed my life. I'm still close with my high school coaches and my college coaches and talk to them. My high school basketball coach came to a couple of games this year, so I think it's probably them and their influence on my life.
Awesome. I guess some real quick non-football. Tyler asking, it was TJ also asking, what would your walk-up song be in baseball as you headed to the plate?
Probably Journey, Don't Stop Believing.
All right.
Classic. Answer that for you.
Yeah. Eric says to tell Coach you did a heck of a job cranking the siren at the Hurricanes game.
That was fun.
Oh, yeah. Is that the first time you've done that?
It's the first time I've done the siren.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got a chance to go to a game last year. One of our donors gave my family and I tickets on the glass last year for a playoff game, which was awesome.
Oh, yeah. It's a cool experience.
And then, got a chance to go back this year and do the siren.
Now, is the siren, does it have like some tension on it? Or
yeah.
Okay. So, my guess is it's a little bit harder than it looks.
Well, that's what they told me. They said be aggressive as you start it.
Yeah.
Don't try to ease into it. And so I got after it pretty good.
That's cool. How was your reception up there in Raleigh?
It was awesome. I'll tell you, the Hurricane staff is so first class. And just the way they treat
a lot of state fans are also Hurricane
They were good.
Fans, so I just want to make sure. Yeah.
Nah, we got cheers.
Okay.
I don't think we got many boos.
That's good.
So at least the Wolfpack guy endorsed us for a night. So what an atmosphere.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And they are on a tear right now.
Yep, playing great. We'll talk about it a little bit more coming up in the next hour.
They dotted the Bruins the other night.
Yeah.
Chandler, we have a request. Would you like to do any Mike Houston impressions while he's here?
We should introduce it. We have fake Mike Houston here, and we've never had fake Mike Houston and real Mike Houston at the same time. Would real Mike Houston like to talk to fake Mike Houston?
As long as he doesn't embarrass me, yeah.
Well, no, it's not really phrases that I do, Coach. It's more like some of your...
All right, let's stop it right here. Fake Mike Houston is going to talk to real Mike Houston. Fake Mike Houston, how are you?
He's very uncomfortable.
Doing really good. Doing really good. You guys are a really good bunch. You got really good kids, Coach, and they're very hard-nosed. They're physical.
Is there an opportunity?
They all have an opportunity to play. Opportunity. They have to be in tune.
Will they be able to rise?
You have to rise to the standard, but you got to compete and be physical. Yes. And they're very hard-nosed.
Any questions you have for real Mike Houston, fake Mike Houston?
No, I don't. No, I actually do not. I wasn't prepared for this.
I know, he was so nervous about this.
I wasn't prepared. You got to be prepared. And I was not hard-nosed.
All right, your evaluation of fake Mike Houston.
Well, he needs to get a few more lines.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got the old classics, the old standbys.
Yeah.
He needs some depth.
He needs to work on the material. Yeah.
All right.
He's got the greatest hits down, but now you need to work on
I just got to make him
on the library. Yeah, got to expand it.
Wait, did Coach Steve Ellis just walk in from Louisville?
Shark, Jaquan McMillan.
Hey, Coach, welcome back.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you having me back.
Why'd you leave?
Don't ask me that in front of Coach. But when you think of good cornerbacks here at East Carolina, you think of Jaquan McMillan.
Jaquan McMillan. Shirley, take us to break.
Yeah.
Coach, you hang out one more second?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll wrap up the hour.
We haven't run them off yet.
Yeah, really. Yeah. See what else we can bring in next segment. More to go with Coach Mike Houston here on a Thursday. We're back with you after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
This is Holt Nailers. I've been eating at Parker's Barbecue since I was a kid. Now, all these years later, I still love to eat at Parker's. In fact, I love it so much, I bring my entire offensive line with me. They protect me, and I look out for them with great food from Parker's Barbecue. So whether you bring the team like me, or just your friends and family, the awesome barbecue, chicken, and seafood at Parker's is a win every time. Parker's Barbecue, where they always treat you like family.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
It's bow time. There's something special about the first bite of a Bojangles Cajun Filet biscuit, like an edible alarm clock that slaps you awake with bold Cajun flavor. The moment you sink your teeth into that soft, fluffy, made-from-scratch biscuit, then strike gold with a juicy piece of fried chicken, you'll know. Nothing beats the first bite, except the second first bite. Get a Cajun Filet biscuit combo today at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Saturday, April 8th, the NC Strutmasters Championship is back, presented by Leopold and coming back to Farmville. Turkey hunters from all over the country are headed east to put their skills to the test, and the top scoring birds will win big cash prizes up to $30,000. Plus live performances by Nate Hosey and the Carolina Treat Band. A weigh-in will be held at R.A. Wood Farms, 39 Vanderford Thomas Road in Farmville, North Carolina. Registration is now open for two-man teams at ncstrutmasters.com. Brought to you by Sam Jones Barbecue, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine, Mossy Oak, Spring Hill Outfitters, Carolina Caliber, Mossberg, Doug Henry of Farmville, and Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Deadline to register is April 3rd, or the first 165 teams. And we'll see you there for the NC Strutmasters Championship.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
Pirate Radio.
Go Pirates! Go Pirates! Arr! Yeah.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006 and are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Cliff.
Alrighty, back with you here, Pirate Radio Live. One more segment to go with ECU head football coach Mike Houston here on a Thursday, and a lot of stability on the coaching staff, Troy D, but a couple of changes.
Yeah, Coach, great having you in today. I always enjoy talking Pirate football with you. We talked a lot about, players and positions earlier and things going on with the team. We haven't talked a lot about your coaching staff. As Clip mentioned, a lot of stability, but you got a couple new faces coming on board. You realigned Coach Shank to be the recruiting, or he's the high school coordinator. I don't know what title you gave him now, but he's still around.
Yeah, he's going to be on staff, on off the field role. He's going to be director of high school relations and alumni relations.
That's right. And let's talk about the two new coaches you brought in.
Yeah, Alan Mulgridge, who was at South Florida last year. He's been all up and down the East Coast, been at North Carolina, played at North Carolina. I've known Alan for a long time. Really, really quality coach. He'll be he'll be really, really good for us. And he and Shank know each other and respect each other, in the industry. So it's a good transition there. He's already kind of hit the ground running with the players, and I think the players will enjoy his energy and passion and intensity. And then at corners, Jules Montanar has joined us. He was at Temple last year. Was at University of Florida, South Florida, Texas State. He was at James Madison right before I was. So when I got there, he had recruited that room in the secondary, did a great job with that. And so excited to have Jules and his family joining us. And so two great additions.
So Coach Mogridge added a recruit commitment pretty early on in his time here at East Carolina, right? Like a week or two later, I believe.
Yeah, he added a couple.
Yeah.
He added incoming freshman offensive lineman from New York, and then he signed a offensive lineman from Osceola, Florida, this past yesterday.
That's hitting the ground running.
Yep, and then Jules did the same thing with two DBs from Florida. Mo and Jules will both have heavy ties in the state of Florida, which I think will help us moving forward in recruiting.
I guess the days of I remember not that long ago, National Signing Day used to be a big party, and so it's almost anticlimactic at this point. It seems like it continues like almost every day.
I know.
It seems like it's a signing day. So I guess those days are kind of gone by the wayside. It falls at a weird time, now.
Yeah.
So it's not like it used to be with that.
And I think you're going to see more changes to signing days in the next year.
Are they going to do away with those and just where you can sign players at any time? Do you think?
I don't think they're quite to that point. I think you may see the one in December moved earlier. Could be earlier in December. You could.
Is that good? Like, is that a benefit to be able to go ahead and get it done earlier? Or do you what would you do?
I think there's pluses and minuses. There's talk of moving and having a summer signing day for football. I think that wherever you move it's just going to speed everything up.
Yeah.
Which things are sped up now.
Yeah.
So,
what changes would you make if you were commissioner of college football and could make some adjustments? And you had a magic wand. What would be the top three changes you'd make?
Establish some set of rules and actually enforce them. I think that's the number one thing that's needed. Give us guidelines. Give us guidelines for NIL. Give us guidelines for recruiting. Give us guidelines for transfers. But then actually enforce the rules that you have in place.
What would the NCAA say? Oh, well, we have that now?
They don't. That's the problem. There are no rules right now.
So it's basically it's kind of anything goes.
You're kind of regulating yourself. You're watching yourself. But nationally, I just think we got to get a grip on some things.
Yeah.
Back to the personnel coach. We've talked quarterback. You mentioned running back a little bit. How about receiver? That's going to look a lot different. First of all, a couple of tight ends leaving with Jones and Jarman, and but also at receiver with Winstead, CJ. Who are some of the up-and-coming receivers you're excited to look at this offseason, this spring?
Well, I think, Josiah Hatfield and Jalen Johnson both finished the season strong. My big thing with them and is, having an off season to prepare to carry up more of the load. I think that's the big thing. The one thing about CJ and Isaiah is they were there every game and they produced all throughout the year. And so I think just preparing, those guys have waited their turn and preparing, their bodies to be able to carry that load. I think, Jarrett Garner, It's a big spring for him. What's he going to do? Kerry King, really excited about the way he finished the season, and excited to see what he can do. We added Ryan King at mid-year, so excited to see what he's going to do this spring. We've added 3 freshmen that aren't here yet. Brock Spalding had his first career catch in the bowl game. Mm-hmm. So, you have a lot of young guys. Jari Patterson was really good in practice this past fall and then played in the bowl game. So, seeing those guys this spring, you still got a couple of spots there. So you could see something at the end of the spring. But, you want to see kind of how those guys do through the spring first.
And you told us multiple times last year not to forget about Shane Calhoun at tight end.
Well,
he's a huge part.
You switch to tight end. You got Shane and Tyler who are both working their tails off right now, and you want them to be the 2 guys to carry the load this year. And I think Shane definitely can, but you got to have, just like a receiver, you have to have depth. Shane can't play every single snap. Josiah and Jalen and those guys cannot play every single snap. You have to have depth, and so Tyler coming along is important. Max Latch is a young guy, was a freshman last year. He's got a great opportunity this spring. We signed a high school tight end from Florida, Antonio Ferguson. So it'll be important for him to hit the ground running. But you want to see what do you have enough right now for the season?
Coach, as you know, fundraising underway for the indoor practice facility.
Mm-hmm.
Much when you look out in days like today, if it was a practice day, this would be a great day to have one of those, or a great week, I should say. How's that effort coming? Because I know there's been a lot of buzz about that lately. It seems like they've gotten some foundational donations, and I saw the Minges family stepped up in a big way recently.
Yeah,
how far are we away from that becoming a reality?
I think you're getting closer and closer. I think we've had some donors step up and just with phenomenal support. I mean, you mentioned the Minges family, the Rogers family, so many, the Hall family, so many, and I'm not doing it justice because I'm, not mentioning everybody, and you hate to mention anybody if you're not going to mention everybody. I think the one final piece that we're waiting on is that one big, naming rights gift, and I know that. John Gilbert and Ryan Robinson are in conversations with several people about that, and I think that's going to be the piece that when we get that gift, I think that should put us over the top and be able to break ground and get going.
I keep playing the lottery, Mega Millions. If I hit it,
no doubt,
it'll be the Dreyfus Dome.
Me too. I hope I hit it. I'll build us a big, nice one.
It'll be awesome. If I can hit the lottery, we're going to do that. You'll have your gift. What else has been going on that you want folks to know about it? I know we've covered a lot of ground today as we starting to run short on time. What other things have been happening with you that you want folks to know about the program?
Well, I mean, we've covered about all of it. So, I mean, you're getting ready for next year and excited about the future of Pirate football. So, that's it.
Clip, I'm through my.
I'm going to try to introduce myself to my family this weekend.
That's a good idea.
What do they call it? The council rest or whatever, the courtroom. So
now it's the defense's turn.
Yeah, I've asked all my questions.
Who you guys got in the Super Bowl?
Anybody but Philly?
Yeah, too bad they both can't lose, right? I know. I don't want Philly to win. I'm kind of sick of them. I'm a little bit tired of Philly and their fans.
Not that I like the Chiefs. As a Washington fan, I just can't root for Philly.
Yeah.
I can't have the Eagles.
I
feel like you would feel the same way.
I understand that from your standpoint, but
I don't have a dog. I'm a
Bears fan.
Yeah, so I really don't care.
Do y'all have the first pick?
We do. Yeah, so I'm very excited about that. Yeah, okay. But I'm sure we'll screw it up.
You earned that.
Yes, we did. You know how hard we had to go in the tank to get that pick.
Okay, what about the Panthers?
Yeah, what do you think about that coaching hire?
I think Frank Reich is a really good football coach. I really like Steve Wilkes. I thought he did a phenomenal job. I mean, how do you to inherit what he inherited mid-season and to go 6-6 down the stretch with no quarterback? I thought was a very impressive performance. But
I got to figure he's going to land somewhere good because he's got such a great reputation. He did do an awesome job in
He's a Carolina guy. So,
have you ever been in a situation like the 49ers were on Sunday where they didn't have anybody that could throw a forward pass?
Well, I've been down to my third team quarterback before, but that was pretty bad.
I saw Holton. I mean, a couple days ago. I said they could have used him.
No doubt. No doubt. But that's why I say he is going to end up making it.
Yeah.
Because you got to have depth at that position, or you're screwed.
Do these teams, have they called you? You know, a lot of times when they're doing their due diligence, or is it a little too early for that when they start asking, hey, not just about players, but what they are like as people and all that stuff?
You know, they've called a lot of our coaches and support staff. I talk to the scouts throughout the year, but it will be as we get closer to the draft when they'll, you know, the teams that are really, really serious about these guys, that's when they will, you know, they'll really start digging.
Got Pro Day coming up, too, at ECU in a couple months. That will be, I got to tell you, I've been here for, you know, tons of them. I think I was telling some folks, this year's Pro Day, top to bottom, may be the most legit class we have as far as guys that could actually make it to the next level.
We have multiple guys. You have two in the combine. When was the last time we had two go to the combine?
I don't know if we've ever had two in the combine other than one at a time.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, I really think there's going to be a lot of attention. You may have scouts from every single team on campus this year.
I think we'll have every NFL team, and I think we'll have several from CFL, XFL, USFL. I think you'll have a strong turnout for Pro Day.
Is there a set date for that?
There is.
Yeah.
I was told, and I forgot. It's
me and you both.
Yeah.
Early April?
I think I want to say
no. It's
I forget. I was
think
told
it's
I
late
forgot.
March.
Late March.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll find it for you.
Maybe the 28th.
Okay. But yeah, that is going to be a big day out there.
Yeah.
All right, Coach, thanks for hanging out.
Good stuff.
Catching up.
Thanks for having me on. Good to see you guys.
Enjoy your family this weekend.
Absolutely. Go Pirates.
They'll be glad to see you. Hopefully.
Yeah. We're going to grill out Saturday night.
That sounds good.
Troy, we'll see you Monday.
Yes, I'll be back Monday. Look forward to it. You guys have yourself a great weekend.
All right. Big Hour 2, Big Hour 3 on tap on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a time out, come back, and have a lot more for you after this.
Deep to left field, this should be the ball game. Dale Murphy wins it for Atlanta.
Hey, baseball fans, when's the last time you met a 2-time National League MVP and a 7-time Major League Baseball All-Star? Well, your chance is now, as Pirate Radio is bringing Dale Murphy, legendary Atlanta Brave, to Greenville on Sunday, April 2nd. Table sponsorships and ticket information's online now at pr927fm.com. Don't miss your chance to meet a living legend and hear Dale Murphy talk about his career, leadership, and there'll be a question-and-answer session. It's Dinner with Dale Murphy, Sunday, April 2nd. Details online now at pr927fm.com.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Greenville's newest sports bar is officially open. Coco's Sports Bar, located in the old Professor O'Cool's location right off of Greenville Boulevard, has daily specials, including $2.50 aluminum bottles on Tuesdays and $1 wings on Wednesdays. Along with their great food, Coco's has great entertainment for you and the crew to enjoy with karaoke on Thursdays, a live DJ on Fridays, and live music every Saturday night. Check out Coco's Sports Bar on Facebook for the latest information on menu items, drink and lunch specials, and more. Go Pirates!
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growitpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years, and you can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Coming up later on this hour, Name That Sound. It's coming back for another week. Shirley Rose has some sounds for us, for Chandler and I, and for you to play the at-home version. Big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, will join us hour number 3 of today's PRL right now. Coach Houston talked some hockey earlier. He sounded the siren for the Hurricanes last week and talked about their great play. We'll talk about that more with our resident Caniac, former Pirate Radio intern, Brooks Hill, now calling some hockey of his own. We'll talk about what he's up to, but also talk about the Canes as he joins us today on the Pirate Radio Live line. Brooks, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Clipper. Canes are doing really good, though. That's the great thing.
That they are, and fantastic first half of the season for Carolina. We have reached the All-Star break, and like a lot of things, Brooks, I've seen the negative on social media, people talking about who was snubbed from Carolina, who should be an All-Star. But let's talk about who is an All-Star for the Canes here at the break. How many All-Stars did Carolina have this year?
Well, the Canes have one All-Star player in Andrei Svechnikov, who has really elevated his playmaking abilities this season. He's doing a great job. He's on a point streak, and all of his points are coming by the way of assists. He's kind of gotten a little cold before the All-Star break in the scoring department, but he's still showing up consistently on the stat sheet in the assist column, so that's always good. And Rod Brindamore will be the Metropolitan head coach for the second straight season. So technically 2 All-Stars for the Hurricanes this year. A lot of people thought Martin Necas was going to get back in. He's having a great bounce-back season, but unfortunately just wasn't in the cards for him right now. But hopefully he'll be able to get there sometime in the near future.
The Hurricanes entering the All-Star break right now with 76 points. That's the second most in the NHL behind Boston. To tell you how good Boston's been, I guess, Brooks, they recently lost 3 in a row, including one to Carolina, but still by far the top team in the league. Just 7 losses all year. They played until last week. They were like 38-4, I guess, as their record. with 5 overtime losses. So it tells you how good they've been, but Carolina on their heels here entering the All-Star break.
Yeah, the Hurricanes are making a real good push, and, the funny thing is about it, there's only 2 teams left in the entire National Hockey League that have single-digit regulation losses, and that's the Boston Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes. And we got to see a really good contest earlier this week between the two sides where Carolina came out on top. So, Hurricanes technically do lead the season series with a regulation win and an overtime loss. And Boston now has an overtime win and a regulation loss. So we've gotten more points so far in the season series. With the Bruins, not that it really matters for anything. The goal is to win the Cup at the end of the year. And you want to win your division, get that seed and get for the home ice advantage. A lot of people were talking about how it could be a potential Eastern Conference final between those two sides. And it's almost at the point now, Cliff, where too many people are talking about the Hurricanes. And it doesn't make me quite comfortable about hearing all that.
Well, it's hard to stay under the radar when you're as good as Carolina's been. And, Brooks, this is not a flash in the pan. They were building to this. We've had our chats about the decade-long playoff drought, but you felt like they were really building something, and here we are. You've said before that they are certainly in their Stanley Cup potential window right now. Brooks, before we have more on the Canes, I want to talk about the outdoor game, trade deadline, other stuff. But what's the All-Star format this year for folks interested in checking it out?
So the All-Star game is going to be hosted by the Florida Panthers just outside of Miami. So down in South Florida, very tourist destination for the All-Star game this year. It'll be 3-on-3 format, like it has been the last couple of years, and the teams are grouped together by division. So there's 4 teams, Metro, Atlantic, Central, and Pacific, and you will play a 20-minute 3-on-3 contest. So fans who are familiar with overtime, it'll be 20 minutes of essentially the 3-on-3, and then though it's a knockout round, the Metro will play the Atlantic, and then the Central will play the Pacific. The 2 winners will play a final 20-minute period. So the game takes just, realistically about how long a regular hockey game would take for the regular season. They have the All-Stars competition Friday night. I believe it's tomorrow night. I mean, it's getting hard to keep track of all these leagues that I have my hands in right now with their All-Star celebrations and mid-season stuff. But skills competition the night before where they do, fastest skater, hardest shot, accuracy shooting, skills challenge, all that kind of stuff that's great for, the kids and, shows the stars' creativity as they go around. I think Svechnikov probably will try to defend the Hurricanes title in the accuracy shooting. Last 2 Hurricanes to participate in that event on the skills competition have won, being Sebastian Aho and Jacob Slavin. So maybe he'll try to defend the Hurricanes record that way, but I would be surprised if, he brings out a lacrosse stick for the breakaway challenge and, skills competition where they get a little bit more creative with costumes and props, everything like that. And then also, he's got a booming slap shot, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him do that as well.
Brooks Hill talking Canes hockey with us today here on Pirate Radio Live. Brooks, I know Canes fans and hockey fans all around excited about the outdoor game coming up, Carter Finley Stadium, just a couple of weeks, February 18th, as the Canes will take on the Capitals. So, Brooks, how exciting is this for Caniacs like yourself?
It's amazing for the Caniac fan base as a whole. For this one particular Caniac, I have already shed a couple of tears that I will not be in attendance after all the years of getting the game pushed back. But it's, I guess, a sign of the times that I'm maturing and growing up that I can't be there because of working in another hockey league. But luckily, my game starts a little bit earlier than the NHL game does in Carter Finley. I think it's going to be great. And, don't want to speak too kindly of NC State on Pirate Radio, but, I'm very glad that the NC State and the Hurricanes were able to come to terms, getting the venue secured, making sure everything was going to be up to the NHL standards, everything like that for another outdoor game. But I think it'll be a great chance for Raleigh to really be at the forefront of the National Hockey League like it was a couple of years ago when the All-Star game came to town in the early 2010s. I think the tailgate is going to be legendary if we can get some good weather down there. There's going to be a ton of Canes alumni in town, I've been told, celebrating. There's stuff all around Raleigh, and quickly Raleigh's turning into a hockey town, which I've been trying to say it has been for years, but people are starting to take notice of it, and I can't wait to see how the team plays in the outdoors for the first time.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Looking forward to that coming up on February the 18th. Brooks Hill joining us. Brooks, NHL trade deadline coming up on March the 3rd, and I don't know how active, first of all, generally, how active are teams that are making a playoff push, a Stanley Cup push, and second part of that, how active do you think the Hurricanes will be with their young, talented roster? Do they try to add a piece or two here? What do you think happens at the trade deadline next month?
I think the teams at the top really typically don't make a whole lot of moves or make a big splash in the pond of the trade deadline. I think teams like Boston and Carolina will make one move, but I wouldn't see them making multiple, like how the New York Rangers made, I think, 3 moves at the deadline last year. It kind of worked out for them. They were able to defeat the Hurricanes and make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I think that the Hurricanes are going to make a move. Now, they have had the track record of not doing any short-term trades, or what hockey players refer to as rentals, so people who have expiring contracts at the end of the season. It just hasn't been a thing that Don Waddell and Tom Dundon really like to harp on a whole lot. So like the guys like Brady Shea or Vince Trocheck a couple years ago, who acquired at the deadline and have a couple of years left on their contracts. I think they have their eyes on a couple of people. I think they could use some depth down the middle of the ice, meaning that they could go out and get a centerman. I've seen a couple of names from teams out west who aren't going to make the playoffs or are probably going to be sellers at the deadline that they were keeping tabs on. I think the best fit available left is going to be Timo Meier from the San Jose Sharks to be slotted as a center, maybe on that second line for the team. Or I've actually heard Adam Gold from the Raleigh media talk about how it wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world to trade back for Tony DeAngelo, for another right-handed defenseman who is going to try to bolster a very slacking power play that the Hurricanes have had this year. So those are the 2 names that I think we could be, acquisitions. I think it's one or the other. I don't think it's both. But with Pat Giretti going to long-term injured reserve, they have a little bit of more cap space to free up this year at the deadline. So they can go get somebody who has a lot of money attached to their name if they want to.
Talking to Brooks Hill, the Hurricanes going into the All-Star break have won 7 games in a row. They don't play again until the 11th, so long layoff here for Carolina, Brooks, but they'll be back at it coming up against the Rangers, who you mentioned a moment ago, coming up on Saturday, February the 11th. So I don't know, kind of a bummer, right? You got your NHL All-Star stuff going on, but this is the longest Canes layoff of the season, Brooks.
Yeah, it's tough because of, I guess, the so-called bye week that the Hurricanes have. It's good for the guys to, rest and reset, and hopefully it won't turn into rust. I was watching the post-game last night on TNT after the Hurricanes defeated the Sabres, and they showed Rob Brindamore talking to the team. They said, hey, I know you guys are going on vacation. You're going with your families. You're going to all these cool places. He said, I tell you, every year those places got gyms in all those hotels and resorts, so don't be a stranger to it, and then, step in every once in a while. You guys know that I am, and everybody laughed because, of course, it's Rod the Bod talking about working out. And so hopefully the guys can, enjoy some much-needed time off. I think it'll be big because Jacob Slavin, who had been out with an injury, we didn't rush him back to play these 2 games, which I think is great, and he'll be ready to go coming back for the Rangers game on the 11th. And, very quickly you're going to get tuned up for the outdoor game, and you got to start practicing outside a couple of times, get used to the ice and the weather outside. Difference in temperatures from indoor rink to an outdoor rink, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully they're hit the ground running, and this will turn into rest and not rust for the Hurricanes coming up.
Brooks Hill joining us. Brooks, tell us what you're up to. What games are you calling these days?
Yeah, well, we're doing SPHL, Federal Prospects Hockey League, for all the fans back home. It is single A hockey, minor league hockey. I'm in Binghamton, New York. We're the Black Bears. We're in second place right now. We got two big games coming up this Friday and Saturday. If we win these two games, then we can get the team in first place. To lose one of these games, and we'll be back in first place. We're also just over the halfway point of our season as well, but we only play 56 games compared to the NHL's 82. But I'm Director of Media Relations and Broadcasting, so I'm doing all the articles and social media, which I learned how to do at Pirate Radio, of course, and I'm also doing the play-by-play day in, day out, and getting to travel to some neat places across the country with the team as well.
That's awesome, Brooks. Living the dream. Keep up the good work, buddy. And thanks for joining us, talking a little Canes hockey today. We'll keep in touch and certainly talk to you a few more times here the second half of the season.
All right, we definitely appreciate it. Go Canes.
There is Brooks Hill joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line, the NHL All-Star Game. It'll be Central versus Pacific, 3 o'clock on Saturday, Metro versus Atlantic at 4 o'clock, and then the winners meet 5 o'clock, all that on ABC. Coming up tonight on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, and we'll dive into some of these games later on with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. Game of the night, 7 o'clock. FAU is 21-1, 11-0 in Conference USA. They will be at UAB tonight, and UAB is actually a 1-point favorite. That's on CBS Sports Network at 7 o'clock. Houston at Wichita State, and the Shockers hang around with the Cougars. Cougars are big favorites in this game tonight. ESPN2 at 9 o'clock. Pac-12 action, Washington at UCLA, Oregon at Arizona. And then you've got a Gonzaga-St. Mary's showdown coming up on Saturday. Before those two teams meet, they play different games tonight. Gonzaga at home against Santa Clara. San Francisco at St. Mary's. We'll dive into that with Jeff Nadu later on in the show. Those scores, those games coming up on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dubuck.
Dubuck.
Chandler, the Hornets are in action tonight on the road at Chicago.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yep. We will not be paying attention to that.
No, we will not.
What we will be doing is cleaning out our ears, because coming up next on Pirate Radio Live.
Gather around, sit on down, it's time to play Name That Sound.
It's pretty good.
Now, here's your host, Shirley Rhodes.
What's that noise? Call the boys. Bring your toys. It's time for Name That Sound. Still no intro. But you got some ideas.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to have it ready.
Oh, no. I want you to be a part of it.
I like your freestyling, though. That was pretty good. We'll take a time out. When we return, Name That Sound is back. Shirley Rhodes will take us through another game. We urge you to play along at home. And we'll be back with today's edition of Name That Sound after this.
Pirate fans, East Carolina basketball returns home this Saturday, February 4th for a 4 p.m. tip-off against SMU. Tickets are $20, youth tickets are just $10, and lower bowl seats are available. It's Pirate Club Day, and new members are always welcome. It's East Carolina and the Mustangs of SMU, the Pirates and the Ponies, Saturday at 4 o'clock at Williams Arena.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
What happened to your New Year's resolution?
My resolution is to eat better. Epic stuffed crust, better ingredients, better pizza. I'm eating better. What are you guys doing in my house? Don't answer. I thought you said you wasn't coming back.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington is celebrating 40 years in business. That means big savings for you on your favorite men's and women's clothing and accessories. As you would expect, Rhonda has slashed prices 40% on select merchandise. Outerwear, slacks, assorted sportswear, and shoes for the men. Dresses, sweaters, blouses, and outerwear for the ladies. Celebrate 40 years with us and save 40% while it lasts. We're here because of you, and we thank you, our friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
Hey, I'm Holt Nailers. No one knows better than me how important it is as a quarterback to have protection on the field to be successful. My frontline team is critical to my success. For your frontline insurance protection, you need the team at Buck Insurance Agency. Buck Insurance Agency is your local team and have been helping customers like you for over 30 years with their insurance needs. When you need insurance protection, you'll get the whole team with Brian Buck and his staff. Call toll-free at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Bond. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at Arc Point Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust Arc Point Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. Arc Point Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina Arc Point Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, Pirate Nation, Integrity Home Mortgage is here. If you're looking to purchase a home, contact Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir today. The Integrity Home Mortgage team offers over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve before, during, and after your real estate transaction. To get started, contact Talbot Green, Braxton Green, or Joanne Weir. Integrity Home Mortgage, Pirates supporting Pirates. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Planning to hook up with Cy Seymour today, but we're going to do that on Friday. What better way to head off into a weekend than some...
with Mr. Positive.
Mr. Positivity, Cy. He will join us coming up on Friday's show. We don't have a game to pick when we talk to Tony. We have a new head coach, and maybe some assistants to talk about with Tony Dunn from the C3 podcast coming up on Friday. That and more on the way. Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt here. We had Coach Houston on hour number 1. If you missed it, you can watch it right now. You can rewind on YouTube, check it out now, or wait till later, and we'll have it up on Facebook, YouTube, in podcast form as well. So I was never able to say hello to Shirley and Chandler. Hey, Shirley and Chandler.
Hey, Clip. Nice
Hi,
to see
Clip. How are you?
Good. Thank you for asking. Chandler, good job on the Mike Houston impersonation. That had to be, I don't know, a little nerve-wracking, I guess, with him right here.
Definitely.
But you handled it well.
That was a little bit of a pressure cooker right there.
No doubt.
But good job.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting that, and because I have been looking at the comments, but I went afterwards and I saw that people were requesting my Mike Houston, and I do need to get to where I can actually form a sentence because I just know his key words like opportunity, compete, physical, hard-nosed. You got to rise to the standard.
Yeah,
really good bunch. Yeah, I got to get it to where, and I told.
Now he'll clean your clock now.
I told Coach as he was leaving the studio, I said, I'll have to work on my impression of you. That way, whenever you have a radio interview to do on the phone that you don't want to do, I can step in and do it for you. And he was all about it.
Guess who's on Facebook today?
Who?
Brian Skipper. Is that our normal? What's our normal guy's name?
Robert?
On YouTube. Robert Skipper?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it's Skipper.
Well, see, it's funny because
I know Robert. We've talked about before.
Okay, Robert is our YouTube guy. But guess what? I guess he goes by Brian on Facebook.
I guess, and there's a picture there of him and somebody, but I saw Skipper earlier in the Facebook chat, and I was like, wonder if there's any relation to Robert Skipper.
Well, he sure does type like him.
Well, I guess it's strong genes, I guess.
Can we get a Brian Skipper update then?
Sure, yeah. Hey, yo, yeah. Hey, Shirley, Chandler, and Clip. Skip is here. Good folks. See, I have some good football questions. The man, same one. Looky here. Yep. He's just on a roll.
And that was your Brian Skipper update.
Yeah, he asked football questions earlier on that we asked Coach Houston. So Brian Skipper is like Robert with a picture.
He's the Facebook version of Robert Skipper.
It's the same guy, apparently. All right, Shirley Rhodes. Name that sound.
Come on in, sit right down. Baby, it's Name That Sound. It's Name That Sound. Now, here's your host, Shirley Rhodes.
Well done, sir. Well done, sir. All right.
This show is brought to you.
Go ahead.
This show is performed in front of a live audience.
A live studio audience. All right.
Baby, can you name that sound?
For those of us joining us for the very first time.
For those of us joining us.
For those who are joining us for the first time, the game is simple. I play a sound, you try to guess it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the explanation.
Mm-hmm.
You are quite welcome. All right, here we go. First sound.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know that. I think I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know where that's from. You want me to say? You want me to tell you?
Jeepers Creepers.
Is that Hunger Games?
You are correct.
Bangarang.
Yes.
That would be the Mockingjay theme.
I volunteer as tribute.
My stepdaughter had that book, and I saw the movie was coming out, and it was like all the rage. And I actually read the book before I saw the movie.
And so did I. And I loved both the books and the movie.
It was really good. You ever seen that, Chandler? Really?
Bits and pieces.
You should watch The Hunger Games. It's a good movie.
I just know the famous I volunteer as tribute.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, here we go. Next sound.
Off to a hot start for me.
Go ahead, Chandler. State Farm.
State Farm.
Okay. I mean,
a good neighbor.
Yeah.
State Farm is there.
I didn't.
Dang it!
I mean, I'm giving you an
opportunity. I'm not in tune.
You're not in tune.
I gotta rise to the
Clip
standard.
is hot out of the gates
All right.
today.
These are good ones. I'm not.
All right, here we go. Next sound.
Do it again.
Well, Shirley, like Whitney Houston said.
Oh, wait.
Do we have that?
Yep.
I have nothing.
I have nothing.
Chandler?
Hit it again.
Hit it again for me. In the words of Whitney Houston.
Oh. Chandler, I'm extremely disappointed in you because...
Hold on, I'm going to take a guess.
Go ahead.
I mean, might as well. I'm going to say it's Jim Carrey in Liar Liar.
That is incorrect.
Play it again for me if you're... All right. Is it a Saturday Night Live skit?
No.
Is it a skit of some sort?
No.
I don't know.
Chandler.
I'm sorry. Now
I was
you make
trying
me
to
feel
help
bad.
you out. That is the gibberish scene from Billy Madison.
Play it again. Oh my God!
It's after his dad throws him out of dinner because he's talking gibberish and he gets mad at him.
He's talking crap to Carl, or not Carl, but the other guy that he hates.
I was trying to help him out.
Sometimes I feel bad because Shirley will use older stuff that you don't have much of a shot at. But now that she's like feeding you Adam Sandler movie sounds, I don't feel bad for you at all.
Yeah, that's fine.
No mercy anymore.
That's fine.
At this point, I have to do 15 sounds plus a bonus round sound. So you'd be surprised how hard it gets after we burn through these.
Oh, wow.
All right. Next sound.
Mario.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Easy. That's after you get the star.
Yes, that is correct.
Did you see they're coming out with a Mario movie?
Super Mario Bros. Or Super Mario?
Yeah, because isn't like Chris Pratt one of the Mario brothers or something? Because there was this big stink over the fact that he isn't Italian or something. I don't know.
They should have got Mason Garcia.
Mason Garcia. It's Mason Garcia.
That they showed that on was it during the football game over the weekend or something?
It's possible.
But it looked really cool. First of all, I can't believe they're doing that. Like, it hasn't come out before now because it looks awesome. Remember they had like a live action one many years ago, Shirley?
Yes.
And
I thought that was what this one was going to be too.
But this is like animated, like a.
Oh, okay. Well then, or maybe it was voiced by Chris Pratt. Maybe that's what people were getting upset over.
It's Mason Garcia.
All right, final sound for this round.
They should have got Andy Garcia. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, last sound for this round.
Jeopardy.
Be more specific, please.
Double Jeopardy. Double Jeopardy.
He got it. It's a daily double.
Don't mess with me, boy.
He's coming for my head now. Good thing the bonus is worth about 700 points.
Daily double. All right, let's take a break.
Yeah, we can do that.
And then we'll come back.
Yeah,
with
we'll
more.
do that.
So round one in the books.
3-1 is your score.
An early advantage, but once again, it's going to come down to that 20-point question at the end, Chandler. You can always win.
The 20-point one or the 700-point one, whichever one.
I like
it's
that.
worth 50,000 points.
Shirley's running a whose line is it anyway type game where she just makes up point values. We'll take a break, come back more of Name That Sound when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Jeff Stein, our special guest from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, electric cars are coming. What's that mean for Brown & Wood customers?
For the customers, like it or not, EV is coming. We've installed 5 electric vehicle chargers here at the dealership. We have the all-new Cadillac Lyriq coming at 1st of 2024, and we've just seen the first reservation for the new Sierra EV.
People are interested in electric vehicles. How can they get up with you?
They can visit us at brownandwood.net or 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Did you know Jersey Mike's Subs freshly slices the meat right in front of you? It's a Jersey Mike's thing. And did you know I, Danny DeVito, am disqualified from being named World's Sexiest Man?
The first statement about fresh slicing at Jersey Mike's is true, but Mr. DeVito's second statement is false and not endorsed by Jersey Mike's.
I endorse it.
Jersey Mike's does not.
I do.
We don't.
Do.
Don't.
Do.
Do not.
Do. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in our community and region. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. UniversitySportswearENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, UniversitySportswearENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit UniversitySportswearENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. UniversitySportswearENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates! Are you looking for a home loan? Look no further than Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage. Since 1960, Guild Mortgage has partnered with industry professionals to close loans on time and help millions of Americans realize their dreams. Call Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage in Jacksonville, 910-389-4602. Amy Goss is licensed in Florida, Georgia, Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS 3274. NMLSconsumeraccess.org/for licensing information. Please visit guildmortgage.com/licensing. Guild Mortgage is not affiliated with Pirate Radio.
Pirate Radio.
You know, for having such a bleak outlook on pirates, you're well on your way to becoming one.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Let 5th Street Hardware and Tap Room make your Valentine's night easy and memorable with that special someone. 5th Street Hardware and Cupid have you covered with a Valentine's Day 4-course dinner. Seatings on Valentine's Day night will be at 6 p.m. and 7:30 only. Make your reservations today by calling or stopping by 5th Street Hardware on 5th Street right beside the State Theater. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Sounds like a good plan for Valentine's Day coming up a couple of Tuesdays from now. Don't forget, guys, 14th. I got Lily's birthday 13th, Valentine's 14th. It's a big couple of days.
So do you give separately then?
For them, yeah, I reckon.
Because like some folks that have birthdays close to Christmas, they kind of combine them.
Yeah, it kind of depends. But there will be something on each day. Maybe one day, obviously the birthday.
Right.
Got to take care of that one. But can't forget about the other. It's a tough spot.
How old is she going to be this year?
How about 14?
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ay.
Nuts, I tell you.
14.
Absolutely.
She'll be driving soon.
Nuts. Let's get back to the game.
He doesn't want to
Come
talk
on
about it.
in, sit right down, baby, it's Name That Sound.
Hey!
Welcome back from the break. Here's your host, Shirley Rose.
Thank you very much, and welcome back to Name That Sound, where points don't even matter. I'm just trying to make these guys look silly.
Well, you're doing a good job
Well,
with
thank
me.
you. All right, let's move on to round number 2. Here's your sound.
Play it again, please.
No, I've answered this before. I'm going to say Dreamcast again.
Dreamcast?
Yeah.
DreamWorks.
That is incorrect. Shall I play it again?
Yeah. DVD.
I was thinking DVD, like
Oh, like your featured presentation?
Is it 3 letters?
No.
Okay.
I can tell you, you guys are way off.
Okay. All right. Hit it again. Mazda.
Chandler?
Uh,
Shall I have Whitney prepared again?
Twilight Zone.
No.
That is incorrect. The answer is the Beam Me Up Scotty from Star Trek. That's the sound it makes when they beam you up.
Ah, all right. Not a Star Trek guy.
You're not a Star Wars guy either.
I'm not
apparently.
a star guy.
You're
I
not
like
a
to
star guy.
stick to Earth.
You are a star, but you're not a star guy.
I'm an Earth guy.
You're an Earth guy. Okay. All right. Well, you're not a sci-fi guy, I
Beam
guess.
me up, Scotty.
Yes. Live long and prosper.
There you go.
Yes.
Rich
Woo.
knew it was beam me up.
Yep. That's
Beam me up.
Buttercup, baby, just to dig me down. And you're still around, and then worst of all, you never been baby when you beam me beam.
But I still love you. See, y'all, that throws me off. I just hit your mic. I'm sorry. I just absolutely crushed
Why
it.
do you?
Oh, that hurt. Okay. All right.
The second time you've hurt yourself at
I
work
know.
today.
It's a workman's comp over here. Okay. Here's the second sound.
Pac-Man?
Galaga.
Oh.
No.
Do it again.
Donkey Kong. Mrs. Pac-Man.
Incorrect. It is a video game. I will tell you that. That
Did
is
you
your
say
clue.
Galaga?
Yeah.
Nope. Intergalactic something.
Whoa.
What?
Battleship.
So what are the old games? Frogger.
No.
Damn, I thought I had something there.
Play it again.
Pinball.
No. Shall I give you another clue? It is a Nintendo game.
Okay, now I should get this. Metroid.
Incorrect.
I have nothing.
That would be the most aggravating noise in the whole wide world.
Eric's got it, I think.
That friggin' dog laughing at you in Duck Hunt.
Oh, I should have got that.
The name of this game is Duck Hunt.
Well done.
When you miss the duck, the dog comes out from behind the grass
I can't believe I
and
didn't
laughs
get
at
that.
you.
Josh got it, and Eric got it. Well done. Should have got that. Not because I recognized the sound per se, but I was thinking about classic Nintendo video games.
Yeah.
And that should have popped in my brain, and it did not.
I played Duck Hunt so much, and I hated that dog, and I would take my gun and shoot at the dog. But
Shame on me.
anyway, all right. Next sound.
Oh, that's Mr. B. That's Pee Wee Herman.
You are incorrect, sir.
Oh, wow. Okay. I know I should know this.
It is.
Oh, from the Goonies, the guy,
From Goonies. The guy from Good. Okay.
Hey, you guys, that guy.
Oh, Sloth?
Yeah.
No.
It's a nerd laugh, and oh, it's not.
It is not a nerd laugh. It is the most recognizable laugh, though. You are going to kick yourself as soon as I tell you the answer.
Oh, man. If it's not Pee Wee Herman, I have no idea.
The clue is he's an actor and singer.
And not a good laugher.
Shall I reveal the answer?
Just one more time.
Actor and singer.
Actor and singer. He has appeared in television, movies, and music videos.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Incorrect.
Ooh, that.
Oh, shoot. Is this? Oh, shoot. Oh,
All right.
Mike P, Rob, I think have it. That's got to be it. Who is it, Shirley?
It is Eddie Murphy.
It is. Brandon Manning got it. Brian got it. Dang it. I should have got that.
I mean, he has the most recognizable laugh of
Yeah.
anybody I know.
It is. It is.
By the way, Eddie Murphy's coming to Greenville.
What?
Wait, no, never mind. That's Dale Murphy.
Wow.
Dale Murphy's coming to Greenville, bringing Eddie with him.
And Mama's family.
Don't miss your chance to meet a living legend and hear Dale Murphy talk about his career, leadership, resilience, integrity, and more. It's Dinner with Dale Murphy, Sunday, April 2nd. Get a table for 800 bones or individual tickets for $150. Sunday, April 2nd, the Murphy Center, 5 to 6:30. You can email Ellerby at PirateRadio1250.com or give us a call, 317-1250 here at the station. For more information, visit pr927fm.com.
Now.
All right.
That was a good, like, in-game or in-show, like, shout-out or promo.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next sound. The score is still
Dang, I
3-1. It's still 3-1, Clips advantage.
Let me put on the cans.
All right, here's your next sound.
Oh, that's, no, that is, that's Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, well done.
Good job, Chandler.
Come on,
All
in,
right.
sit right down.
Baby, it's the name that's
All right, here's the last sound for this round. Shall I play it again?
Wild Thornberries.
What the hell? No, that's incorrect. One more time.
Man, I have no idea.
Don't let me close one more door. I don't want to hurt. I got nothing.
All right.
I've got nothing.
Here's a clue. What's my favorite movie of all time?
Goonies.
Goonies.
That is correct.
There you go, Chandler. You said that answer.
I said that a couple of times ago.
Brandon Manning said the Truffle Shuffle.
That would be the Truffle Shuffle.
Brandon, I think we finally found your calling in life. You are good at name that sound.
That was
So
the
if
Truffle
we would have
Shuffle.
said Goonies,
I would have given you the point
Okay.
if you without me giving you the clue. Yes.
Man.
All right, so after 2 rounds, Chandler has narrowed the lead. It is now 3-2 Clip.
Let's go.
I just got a text. Jared sent in the answer, Eddie Murphy, and said, sorry, it was frustrating that you guys didn't get it. Carry on. He's like literally angry at us for not saying
Igo
the
was
answer.
angry at us last week, so
he was wrong.
And he was wrong. He said
He
it's
called us
Mario
idiots.
Kart. It was
Idiot.
Mario Kart, you idiot.
Oh,
and then he realized it was wrong. He was like, never mind, I'm the idiot.
Yeah.
That was not it.
I brought that up the other day
All
in
right.
the post game.
All right, here we go. Another break. Do you want to just play this out?
Yeah, let's play the. No,
All right.
we have one break. We'll take it in about 5 minutes.
All right.
All right, here we go. Round 3.
Transformers.
Well done, sir.
Wow.
Hey, guess what? Never seen it.
Somebody's on a run.
That would have been the dead giveaway, because that.
Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway.
You know, at the
When
very
a white girl
end.
jumped.
Okay, Transformers. Can you tell me who this one is?
Bumblebee.
Megatron.
God, you guys are dancing all around it.
I don't watch this crap.
I don't watch
Shirley.
it either. Oh, Optimus Prime.
That would be Optimus Prime. That's his signature sound.
Autobots.
I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me through again.
When a white guy.
I wanted to get to the dead giveaway.
It's a dead giveaway.
All right, anyway.
Wow.
When
Okay.
a white girl jumped into a black man's dog.
All right. So
Dead giveaway.
we now have a tie game.
What?
It's 3-all.
Bring it on.
Here we go.
The price is wrong.
Next sound.
You can't say Adam Sandler quotes anymore since you missed that question.
Yeah, you are no
You're
longer.
banned.
You're no longer a Billy
Yep.
Madison guy.
Sorry, not a Sandman guy.
All right, here we go. Next sound.
That's the commercial. The pig. There's a pig in a commercial. And what's the commercial?
Geico.
You are correct, sir.
Thank you for the alley-oop there, Chandler, because I didn't know what it was. And you came down the
You
court.
pulled a Lucy DeBow.
You tipped it.
You tipped it. Brandon Johnson
and guess
just
what,
laid
folks?
it in.
It's not going to show up in the stat sheet, and it's not going to show up in my tally column.
If you could just describe every answer for me, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, man.
4-3 is your score now.
Never would have got that. Thank you, Chandler.
Next sound.
That's Pac-Man.
He said it first.
He did.
Pac-Man.
He did.
Listening to that, like,
doy.
like Wes actually did a pretty good. He did a pretty good Pac-Man.
Yeah, I forgot he had done that, and I forgot I used that sound.
Pac-Man.
All right, here we go. Next round. So we have once again, it's tied.
Tie?
Hi.
Tie?
Hi.
Tie?
Tie?
Hi?
Tie?
Hi.
All right,
here we
here we
go.
go. Wait a minute. Let me make sure Okay, that's the
Doink,
one.
doink.
I just wanted to make sure that I didn't inadvertently play the wrong one. Okay, here we go. Next sound.
Steve Carell! Steve Carell! Anchorman.
Incorrect.
40-year-old virgin.
Incorrect.
Son of a...
Steve Carell and
Bruce Heaven Almighty.
Incorrect.
Yes, man.
What?
Or no, that's Jim Carrey.
You do have it partially correct. It is Steve Carell.
The Office. Anchorman 2, huh?
Is it correct? You
No.
were dangerously close.
Oh my gosh.
Bruce Almighty. Evan Almighty.
Bruce Almighty.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because Evan Almighty is a separate movie.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay.
But you got it correct.
This game takes a lot out of me. I'm tired.
I gotta play this sound again just because it's very, very entertaining.
I'm physically exhausted.
The first time I saw that in the movie theater, I cried laughing.
This might
It
be
is
the best
still
one
funny.
you've done.
This
All
is
right.
really good, Shirley.
5-4 is your score. Clip in the lead.
How many we got left?
You have one sound left for this round, and then you have the
And then
bonus
the
sound.
bonus.
Here we go.
We
Last
might
sound.
actually need a bonus. All right.
Last sound.
Oh boy.
Hovercraft.
Something's heating up. What is this? Star Independence Day. Oh, that was a good guess. So it's a laser of some sort, firing something.
It is firing something. It is not quite a laser.
Top Gun. War of the Worlds.
Can I give you a clue? It is not. It's highly not recommended to cross the streams.
Cross the stream.
Baseballs? Is that not it? No. Don't cross the streams. That's a line from something.
It's a line, yes.
But not Spaceballs.
Nope. As a matter of fact, it has nothing to do with space.
Does that mean anything to do with balls? All right. Just thought I'd ask.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Whitney.
Nothing! I'm out.
So everybody's out?
Tapping out.
I have nothing.
You never cross the streams in Ghostbusters. That's the proton pack.
Shot? Does someone say shot?
That's a shot.
That's a shot.
All right.
All right, bonus, and we actually need it because we're tied.
I'm such an idiot.
No, we're not. 5-4.
You don't get a point for missing that question, Chandler.
But if you get it, I will give you 20 points.
All right.
And the win.
For the win. For the game.
Here we go.
Donkey Kong!
You are correct, sir.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey.
Congratulations. What a nail biter.
Hey, I want to shake your hand.
25-4.
I want to shake your hand.
Look, I will say this. It was a much closer game this week. You made it competitive this week.
Great game. Boy. They're going to be talking about that one for a long time, let me tell you.
We got to go to break.
All right, let's go to break. Good game. Thanks for playing at home. Shirley, fantastic job.
Thank you.
We will take a break, come back. Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. More to go after this.
Drive right field. Did he get enough? Strawberry in the corner. He looks up. It's gone. 3-run homer for Murphy.
Hey, sports fans, one of the most beloved athletes ever to play for the Atlanta Braves, Dale Murphy, is coming to Greenville on Sunday, April 2nd. Table sponsorship and ticket information to a dinner with Dale Murphy is available now at pr927fm.com. Don't miss your chance to meet a living legend and hear Dale Murphy talk about his career, leadership, resilience, integrity, and more. It's a dinner with Dale Murphy, Sunday, April 2nd. Details available now at pr927fm.com.
Happy New Year. This is Talbot Green, and I'm excited to announce our new partnership with Integrity Home Mortgage. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offer over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
NMLS 28516, Equal Housing Lender. Bud Light was proved to be delicious and easy to drink beer, even when little things in life are hard, like when the game is going into overtime, but you have even more time to enjoy it in a fresh Bud Light. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local retailer today. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad.
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with zero interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless Store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at AtlanticWireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All righty, back with you. Pirate Radio Live. Mike P says that was the Peach Bowl of Name That Sound.
You did say that it was going to be talked about for a long time.
I mean, people are going to write books about this one. Great run by Chandler.
Yeah, that's what I was, that's what I said to you, Chandler, in the break. I was like, I'm glad you made it competitive because Clip has kind of been running away with it the last couple of weeks.
It's like Brian North says, don't really care who wins. It's all about the story.
It's the journey.
What about it?
And right now we have a good storyline going with Name That Sound, and that is Chandler is winless. So now people are going to tune in every week. Like, people are going to start rooting for you. You're going to be the underdog, the lovable loser.
You're going to be the Chad Moore.
I was just about to say, it's going to be like Chad Moore with the treasure chest.
And can Chandler finally win the big one? That's kind of the running storyline right now.
I am 0-3.
Will my ear dynasty continue?
I don't know.
All I have to say is
he made it close.
I mean, I'm going to keep coming in. I'm going to keep coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
And by golly, I'm going to keep playing Name That Sound.
You're not giving up, is what you're saying.
Yes. Don't ever give up.
No quit in this
stop,
guy.
won't stop.
Yeah. All you can do is get back into the live.
Get in the live.
Listen to sounds.
I'm going to get live.
Practice your Whitney Houston.
Nothing. All right, let's see what's going on tonight in hoops. Talk a little Super Bowl and more with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. He joins us today on the Pirate Radio Live Line. Big man, how you doing today?
Good. How are you, Clip?
Hey, doing great, and coming off another ECU basketball loss. Tough times right now for the Pirates, playing without Javon Small, and looking at the American, Jeff, it's Houston and everybody else at this point, and kind of seems like some teams, UCF, were kind of high on them earlier, have fallen back, and I don't know, it's starting to maybe look more like a one-bid league. What do you think about the AAC as we begin February here?
Well, it's funny, Cliff, back to last night. I actually had ECU plus 8.5.
Well, good win.
Yeah, I don't know how they covered, but I'll take it. I saw at one point they were down 23, I believe.
Yeah.
Just kind of chalked it up. But then I went and looked at my book, and I saw they had covered. I thought, oh, my God, they covered. Amazing. But, yeah, as far as this conference, I think it's pretty bad, if I'm being honest. I mean, I think for me, UCF's probably the team that I still have some interest in. We have to remember, UCF's been without Michael Durr for parts of this season. They were without Darius Johnson as well. So I think once they get him back and those guys back, they'll be, I think, fine. But outside of that, I'm not big into Memphis. Temple University's interesting. They obviously just beat Houston. They beat UCF.
It's just a shame they got off to such a slow start, because with their league record, Jeff, they'd be up there if they'd have done well in the non-conference.
Yeah, and they actually get Houston this weekend in Philly. I'm actually thinking about going to that game Sunday night at Temple. That's a big one for the Owls, because they actually do it 2 times. That would be amazing. But, yeah, outside of that, I'm not real interested in this conference. Memphis, I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah.
You can't see the road. Tulane, not really interested in them. Wichita's always interesting, always a good defensive team. But I like UCF. I've kind of mentioned that all year. I think when they get Durr back, I think they're going to be fine.
Joe Lunardi has Memphis as his last one of his last 4 buys, so he does have 2 American teams in the NCAA tournament as it stands right now, but still work to do. Jeff Nadu joining us on the Pirate Radio Live Line. Game of the night, Jeff. Teams that you've talked about before during our chats in the college basketball world. 21-1 FAU on the road at UAB. And I believe I saw UAB a slight favorite at home in this game. So this will be a showdown tonight. What do you think about the Owls being a dog to the Blazers tonight?
Well, I think this line's telling you that Jelly Walker is probably going to play. Jelly Walker has not played over the last 5 or so games, and they've struggled due to it, UAB. It's kind of a weird situation because Andy Kennedy has said that he doesn't know what's going on. It seems like Jelly Walker kind of wants to be 100% and is not willing to play unless he's 100%. He's tried and he hasn't played. I think this line's telling you, though, that he's going to play tonight. That would obviously be huge. First game these guys played, it was a 2-point win for FAU in FAU. You have to figure a change of venue with Jelly Walker back. I would lean UAB myself. I'm trying to get something on this game. I might just take a shot with UAB and just hope that he plays and gives me 15 points or something. But you look at how important Jelly Walker is. Jelly Walker takes the 7th highest percentage of shots for his team in America. There aren't many people more important to their team than Jelly Walker, and Jelly Walker and UAB is a lot different without him in the lineup.
An exciting player. He became more of a household name last year during the Conference USA tournament run and also the NCAA tournament. Jeff Nadu joining us today here on Pirate Radio Live. We'll circle back to tonight and see what you got, but just looking ahead, Jeff, North Carolina, Duke, both of those teams unranked and kind of getting lost in the shuffle this weekend with other games like Auburn and Tennessee, Purdue at Indiana, Texas at K-State. And then how about late night, Saturday night, Jeff, just something to keep an eye on. St. Mary's 8-0 in the West Coast Conference. They will host Gonzaga, and I'm not saying it's like a changing of the guard game or anything like that, but pretty big game for the Gales. Like, they could take control and have a 2-game lead in the West Coast Conference if they knock off Gonzaga. Of course, Gonzaga has just ran that conference for a couple of decades now, seemingly. So, big game out in California Saturday night.
I think the thing about St. Mary's that's so cool as well is that I think they're a shoo-in for the NCAA tournament. It's not the it's not a must that they win the game. They're going to go off as a favorite. I'm going to tell you that. And I'll tell you tonight, I mean, it's a fascinating game tonight for Gonzaga because they have Santa Clara at home, a team that took them to the cleaners in the last game and almost won. They're a big favorite tonight against Santa Clara, kind of looking ahead a little bit. I think the game means a lot more to Gonzaga than it does St. Mary's. Not that the game's not going to mean anything, but Gonzaga needs to kind of right the ship. And you're right. I think this is a changing in the guard type of game. This St. Mary's team, I'm not going to tell you something that I don't think anyone knows. If you're a true basketball fan, I think this is a St. Mary's team that could absolutely make a run to the Final Four. I think they're that good. They are very deep. They're a team that I think from a defensive standpoint, people don't give them enough credit. This is a top 5 defensive team in America to me. I think offensively they're really good. They don't turn the ball over, and they really hit the glass hard. They're a big team as well. If you want a future, you're going to get a deep price. I would take a look at St. Mary's. They're very good.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Good point on both of those teams playing tonight, Jeff. Gonzaga against Santa Clara, as you mentioned. St. Mary's at home against San Francisco. So both the Bulldogs and the Gales double-digit favorites tonight. You wonder if there is a look ahead or if they take care of business tonight. Also, a lot of Pac-12 action tonight. Big man, Houston at Wichita State in the AAC. What are you looking at as far as tonight, things you got your eye on?
Well, you know, I kind of Thursday nights, I'm focused on really the West Coast Conference, you know, the Gonzaga, St. Mary's Conference. I've been really profitable in betting overs in this conference this year. And one of the angles that I had tonight in that Gonzaga game was I liked Santa Clara. I thought they had the ability to hang around in that game. And I think to hang around in that game, they're going to have to score some points. And these are two top 60 tempo teams in America. This Santa Clara team can really score. Gonzaga doesn't really play much defense. Neither team really plays much defense. I think this one is like a first to 85 wins. I played the over in this one. I think it's a great play. I also like Pepperdine Pacific over. These two teams have been good over groups all year. This is a conference that overs just kind of rule the roost in. I'm also going to throw one out to you, Clip. This is a very small game, but I kind of took a shot with a total here and over. Merrimack against LIU. This game starts at 5 o'clock Eastern. This is a sneaky over for you here. LIU is awful on defense, awful. I think Merrimack can get to 70 here. I think they kind of run roughshod over this game. And the number says that Merrimack's going to win big. This is like a 13-point spread. I think this is like a 75-60 type of game. I like the over in this game. Starts at 5 o'clock.
All right, there you go. Jeff Nadu throwing out some plays for tonight's action, and your Birds are in the Super Bowl, Jeff. It'll be Philadelphia and Kansas City. So many storylines with Andy Reid, with the Kelsey brothers, all that. But I don't know. What are your initial thoughts on Chiefs-Eagles? We can dive into it more and props and things like that next week. But how are you looking at it right now, a week out?
Well, I always try to tell you, my true opinion on this team. I think they're a better team. I think they should be a favorite. I think when I look at this game compared to the game last week, I was a lot more worried about the San Francisco 49ers. I think the Eagles are surely the better team. I think they have the much better defense. I know Mahomes is the best player on the field, but I think Jalen Hurts is pretty damn good too. I think the Eagles' offense is just better than the Chiefs. At every level, I think they're the better team. It's really going to be about preparation. I think Nick Sirianni is going to have something for Patrick Mahomes. I'll tell you this. I think the over is a great play as well. I think if the Eagles are going to win, and they do win, I think it's a shootout. These two teams played last year. It was 42-30. Both quarterbacks were terrific. I just think we see a lot of offense in this game, and I think if the Eagles are going to win, they're just going to get a couple more stops in this game than the Chiefs do. But I'll tell you right now, I don't think you're going to see a shutdown performance like the Eagles have done the last couple of games. I think if the Eagles win, and I think they will win, I think it's going to be like a 30-27 type of game. I like the over. I think this is – I don't know if this is quite the, Eagles-Patriots 5 years ago, but yeah. I think high-scoring game.
Jeff Nadu joining us. You can hear Super Bowl 57 next Sunday right here on Pirate Radio if you're out and about, and we'll talk about that a lot next week, and we'll go over it all with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. He's got a lot going on right now with Barstool Sports, the Sit Down podcast, big man on basketball. Even heard Jeff Nadu on the Yak earlier today, big man.
Yes, I was about 5 minutes. I was on a call.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of something, and I just got, hey, can you call into the Yak? Absolutely.
You're everywhere these days. And anything else? What else you got going on? Anything we need to know about?
I'll be in Chicago from the 13th to the 15th. I'm doing some stuff out there with those guys. We're doing a party for Valentine's Day. We obviously get the tournament coming up. I don't exactly know where I'll be with that, but I will be somewhere.
Yeah.
And then we got some things we're working on after the tournament, which I think probably will be the highlight of my Barstool career, if I'm being honest. I already know what it is, and let me just tell you, it's going to be something, Clip.
Awesome, man. Really enjoy following you and everything you got going on. Thanks for joining us, Jeff, and we'll talk again next week.
Sounds good. Appreciate it, Clip.
Jeff Nadu, Barstool Sports, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. We will take a break, come back, got more for you. We'll look back at what happened last night as East Carolina fell to South Florida. Crazy end of the game. So if you bet on the Pirates like Jeff Nadu and got a good number, you might have actually won last night. We'll discuss that. Look more at what Joey Brackets is saying about the NCAA tournament. Joe Lenardi. It's time to get in that mode. February, another month, and it's March, and then the NCAA tournament. Great time of the sports year. So we'll talk some college hoops when we return after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. Jeff, what can you do for people looking for a new vehicle in 2023?
We can show the people the number one selling car in the region, the Buick Encore, the Encore GX, the Envision, and the Buick Enclave. We've also got Cadillac dominating the market with the XT4, XT5, and XT6, and we continue to get new GMC Sierra trucks in daily. Please come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Pirate fans, East Carolina basketball returns home this Saturday, February 4th for a 4 p.m. tip-off against SMU. Tickets are $20, youth tickets are just $10, and lower bowl seats are available. It's Pirate Club Day, and new members are always welcome. It's East Carolina and the Mustangs of SMU, the Pirates and the Ponies, Saturday at 4 o'clock at Williams Arena.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian Ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients.
Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road in Winterville and a new location coming soon to Uptown Greenville.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for $11.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Pirate Radio. The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in eastern North Carolina since 1937. You can shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Chandler, you have many nicknames. The Specialist, that was one of the favorites you've received, right?
Yes, I love that one.
Chan Man, Man of Chan. What are the others?
Chan Man, Man of Chan, The Specialist.
Is that it?
White chocolate.
White chocolate.
Can't forget about that.
White chocolate.
Especially around this Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day.
Is there a new one? Is this why you brought it up?
Yeah, we do have a new one from Josh Thomas. He said your new nickname is Owen.
What's my last name?
4.
Owen 3.
3?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I was thinking about next week.
Oh! Wow!
Why would they do that?
Why would I do that?
Why would you do that?
Do you think you'll ever win a Name That Sound?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I think your showing today showed that you're up and coming. Maybe I'm on the last legs of my career.
Don't have PJ Conley do a fraternity test.
Nice reference. I love a good reference.
Because Burrow was 3-0.
Let's put those pieces all together. You really, that was impressive. All right, so say your quote again. Don't let PJ Connolly
run a paternity test to see if you are my daddy.
PJ Connolly, mayor of Greenville.
Mm-hmm. All right, there's one dot connected.
One dot.
Name that reference.
You said you referred to a paternity test. Now, this was brought up by the Cincinnati mayor just last week.
Yep.
Who said he wanted to run a paternity test to see if Joe Burrow was Patrick Mahomes' father.
Yes.
Of course, Patrick Mahomes' father is Pat Mahomes, who pitched for the Twins and other teams. But you made that connection. And now...
Because Burrow was, I believe, 3-0.
He was 3-0, like I am currently.
Yes.
And you're saying, hold off on those paternity tests, because you're about to show that I ain't your daddy.
You ain't my daddy.
Yeah. All right. Good reference, man.
I love a reference.
I love a reference.
We need to play Name That Reference.
That was a good one. We should have seen if Shirley could have named that reference when you made that statement. That would have been good.
I would have not.
Okay. There you go. We appreciate your honesty. All right, Owen, looking at last night's action down in Tampa, Pirates lose. Got away from them at the end of the first half, beginning of the second half, and then a furious rally to only lose the game by 8 points, 71-63. Patrick Mason yesterday, when I said give me a score, said 76-68. He was 5 points off from each team. Pretty impressive.
And the deficit was 8, so that was very impressive.
We talked about how it was an 8-point spread. I was trying to get people to join me taking ECU. If you'd have done that, you would have pushed. Jeff Nadu got 8.5. Some people I know had 7.5. And were frustrated after that game last night. For the Pirates, It was R.J. Felton putting up 18 points. Once again, just one three-pointer. So for him to get to the line and do some damage mid-range around the basket to get to that 18 is pretty good for him. At 6 field goals, 6 for 15 shooting, but was 5 for 5 from the free throw line. 15 points last night for Ezra. We've been waiting for him to come around. And how about Ezra Asar, 5 of 6 from the free throw line? Boy, that's a positive sign. Hitting his free throws, hitting his field goals was 5 of 8. The other Pirate in double figures was Brandon Johnson. Only took 2 threes last night. He was 1 out of 2 from 3. And Benjamin Baela, who had been shooting the ball well, had, 6 threes on Sunday in ECU's loss?
6 of 8.
He goes 1 of 7 from 3. Last night, Jaden Walker made his only 3 of the night. But too many turnovers for East Carolina. 17 turnovers. Here's a bad stat that you can consider.
Bad stat to consider.
17 turnovers, 9 assists. That is really bad. And Caleb Account had 5 assists and 5 turnovers. He struggled turning the ball over last night. So too many turnovers. The Pirates actually forced 20 turnovers last night. Both teams had more turnovers than assists. So it's a pretty typical ECU versus South Florida basketball game.
And Harris, once again, was very good. 5 threes last night.
Tough little dude. 21 points, 5 threes for him. He played well. Tachua, who hurt East Carolina the first time around, especially in the second half of that game here in Greenville, only had 10 points but did have 11 rebounds. 34 boards last night to 32. USF had the rebound edge by a couple on ECU. So that was the numbers last night. Oh, Johnny's a basketball stat guy.
Johnny, what do you got, John?
He likes that plus-minus stat because he gives us one here. Pirates outscored USF by 12 when Ezra was on the court. How about that?
Yeah.
They lose by 8, outscore them by 12 when Ezra's out there. So a plus-minus of positive 12 last night for Ezra. Hopefully that's a sign moving forward. And East Carolina, winnable game coming up this weekend against SMU. They are certainly not lighting the world on fire this year. As we take a look at what else went down last night in the American, and other than ECU losing to South Florida, it was SMU getting hammered by Tulane, 74-52. So the Mustangs will come in here limping, 8-15 overall, 3-7 in conference play. Cincinnati all over Tulsa last night, 81-55 was that score. Coming up tonight in the AAC, Houston will be at Wichita State. Games on Saturday, UCF at Cincinnati. That's a big one for those two teams. Tulane is at Memphis. Joe Lunardi right now has Memphis as one of his last 8 teams getting in. He's got them on the last 4 buys list. And Memphis will take on Tulane. That should be a good one coming up FedEx Forum on Saturday. And then at 4 o'clock, it'll be ECU and SMU in Minges Coliseum. Wichita State will be at Tulsa, and Houston at Temple coming up on Sunday. Looking at bracketology right now, Joe Lunardi, he has as his last 4 buys Memphis, as I mentioned a moment ago, along with Boise State, Maryland, and West Virginia. Interesting bubble this year. A lot of big-name teams. So I watched Oklahoma State knock off Oklahoma last night. Lunardi has Oklahoma as his last team in the tournament, Oklahoma State as his 3rd team left out, basically, on that first 4-out list. Texas A&M is on that first 4-out list. Steve Rockefort and his guys. You got Pitt, who beat North Carolina last night on the road. Impressive win for Pittsburgh. He's got them on his last 4-in list. Did you see the stuff going on with the Capels? So Jeff Capel is the head coach at Pitt. And I guess Jason Capel, somebody quoted him. He was like outside
You gonna disrespect me?
Yeah, he was doing the Penny Hardaway line, Shirley.
Don't disrespect
Don't
me, bro.
disrespect me, bro. But apparently a lot of disrespect going Jason Capel's way.
Stop disrespecting me, bro.
Jeff Capel
Don't do that.
alluded to a tweet sent out by ECU basketball. He said it's not Hubert Davis or really even the basketball program. It's but other people disrespecting Jason Capel. So it was the Capels versus, I guess Jason Capel made a heel turn. The Capels versus UNC last night, and Jeff came out with the win there with the Pittsburgh Panthers. See the state score from last night, Chandler? NC State.
They handled business from the get-go.
Yeah, they whooped up on Florida State, and now you got to take NC State seriously, which we'll talk to Brian North on Friday about it, and they tend to have NC State bleep happen to them when things start going good. But right now, they have been playing great as of late, and they are sitting fourth in the ACC at 8-4 in league play. They're 18-5 overall.
It's their best start since the 05-06 season.
And they're certainly a factor. And Terquavion Smith, big game last night. I think he had 32 points for Baby T.
How did the big guy do? I know I saw him back down somebody literally from the three-point line.
Let's see what DJ Burns. He had 31 on Saturday in that game I watched against Wake Forest. Last night, State was up like 40-13 or something crazy last night. It got out of hand. Let's check in on that box score, and I'll tell you that Terquavion had 32, and Burns had a total of 15 points. 15 and 4 rebounds. So certainly not the impact, but they didn't need them because they hammered Florida State last night. And Louisville has done it. Louisville, their first ACC win of the year.
My gosh.
They moved to 3-19 on the season. They knock off lowly Georgia Tech 68-58. So once again, back to the bracketology. Joe Lunardi right now still has Houston on the 1 line. Houston is a 1 along with Tennessee, Alabama, and Purdue. Looking at teams of note, Virginia right now is a 3 seed, and they won a big game on Monday night at Syracuse. Jaden Gardner, good performance. NC State is right now an 8 seed, and all of this is going to change. You're going to flip all the names, all that, but I still like to look at it this far out to see NC State potentially matching up with Houston in round 2. Little championship rematch. That would be interesting. North Carolina right now, unranked, but still an 8 seed. He's got them in the Alabama bracket. So I'm starting to get that March fever, to get excited about it. I think the NFL, CBS did a great service on Sunday. You know, Championship Sunday is awesome, but it's also depressing because it's the last day with multiple football games on the same day until September. It is the only game left is the Super Bowl, so you're kind of watching it. It's cold, but then they hit that March Madness theme to get everybody going, and then threw in a little Masters behind it, just to remind folks that there are great sports on the way, even though football is leaving us. All right, let's take a break. As we do, Shirley, let's make somebody a winner and open up the Boutte bag.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Washington had a defensive tackle in the 90s named Mark Boutte. It's a cool name, right?
Oh.
Sure your last name was Boutte?
I believe LSU had a wide receiver that's last name was Boutte.
They did. He was in the news. Him and his coach were hanging out one night. Google that up. All right, 317-1250. Shirley, what are we giving away today?
How about a $15 gift card to Wings Over Greenville?
Oh, man. I could go for some Wings Over Greenville right now. Some waffle fries, some garlic parm tots. What caller are you looking for?
12.
317-1250. Caller 12 is the winner. We're back with more Pirate Radio Live after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville has a brand new updated menu. Open from 4 to 9 Tuesday through Saturday and 11 to 9 on Sundays, Familia has a variety of pizza combinations and classic Italian dishes that are sure to tackle your taste buds. Enjoy Thirsty Thursdays with $3 drafts with several local brews on tap. And who doesn't love brunch? Familia has Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Follow Familia on social media for their pizza of the week for just $12. Visit online at familianc.com. Familia, that's Italian for family.
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Bud Light was proved to be delicious and easy to drink beer, even when little things in life are hard, like when the game is going into overtime, but you have even more time to enjoy it in a fresh Bud Light. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local retailer today. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
New year, new you, new Papa Bites. Chicken parm, jalapeno, and Oreo cookie Papa Bites. Just in time for those New Year's resolutions, huh? Don't worry, we won't tell anyone.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
It's bow time. There's something special about the first bite of a Bojangles Cajun Filet biscuit, like an edible alarm clock that slaps you awake with bold Cajun flavor. The moment you sink your teeth into that soft, fluffy, made-from-scratch biscuit, then strike gold with a juicy piece of fried chicken, you'll know. Nothing beats the first bite, except the second first bite. Get a Cajun Filet biscuit combo today at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Pirate Radio.
We have a standard for the way you're going to play, and we're going to start making sure that we point out those that are meeting the standard, and everybody else has to rise to that. You have to. There is no choice. You have to rise to the standard, because the standard is what wins.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations are available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. And congratulations to Josh Allen of Washington. Picked up a $15 gift card courtesy of Wings Over Greenville. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over has you covered with no third party needed. They have their own in-house delivery service. Be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. Open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Wings Over has everything you need to cure those late-night munchies. You can give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live. Have we gone through a day without much NFL news? We had a barrage of news earlier this week. Coming off of Championship Sunday, you had the Panthers making it official with Frank Reich. You had the Sean Payton to Denver trade. You had D'Amico Ryans to Houston. Of course, the big news yesterday, Tom Brady retiring.
Yeah.
D'Amico
Ryans is being introduced as the new Texans head coach right now. But anything new? No, I haven't seen anything.
Been a quiet day. So
there is just, I tell you what is new in the NFL is more of those rigged memes.
Oh, yes. They continue to come out.
Yeah. Saw one about Zach Wilson. That was pretty funny.
Was it regarding?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, those are funny. Also saw, I don't know why is this quote getting so much attention. This guy, Julian Love from the Giants, said Nick Sirianni is in for a free ride right now because Philadelphia's talented roster. And why is this like the top story on ESPN's NFL page?
Because there's no NFL news.
Okay, that explains it. The Eagles do have an amazing roster. I'll give them that. But I don't know.
And they're working the system.
We were making fun of Sirianni
like
almost 2 years, like year and a half ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, and we're not anymore.
He's going to have a system, and the players are going to buy into that system, and they're going to work the system.
That's right. So, yeah, no news today. We talked about, I guess, Kyle Shanahan saying the Niners and Jimmy G split is likely for 2023. We mentioned that yesterday. So, yeah, nothing really new going on. We've mentioned Mike McCarthy's going to call plays in Dallas. Kellen Moore to the Chargers to work with Justin Herbert.
Vic Fangio it's official. He's going to Miami. I don't know why it took so long.
Is it official?
Because I thought it was official the other day when they popped it up on the screen here at the studio. And then today or yesterday it said that after I believe some other teams tried to reach out and I think he's ultimately chose to head to Miami to be the defensive coordinator.
I'm reading the Schefter tweet now. Vic Fangio has decided to join the Dolphins. Mike McDaniel, offensive nerd genius, and Vic Fangio, very formidable. Shirley, I think I'm back in. I think there are Dolphins again until further notice.
I don't understand why it gets to be our Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
They are my Dolphins.
I'll tell you
I don't
why.
say our Commanders or Commodores.
As you should.
They start winning.
I'll tell you why. That's because you're not a good teammate. You're all about yourself.
Oh, you darn skippy I am.
I'm back in because I saw Tua was cleared.
Why, yes.
I
yes,
found
he
that
is.
just to be an interesting news nugget. Like, cleared to do
he's
what?
cleared.
I know. I mean,
to go on about his
season,
life in the
offseason?
Yeah, season's over. So what do you?
They're not
looking to the
scheduled
light
to play.
Yeah. He's cleared to turn the lights on in his house.
All right, one more thing I wanted to discuss.
There was a piece
what do you got?
I was going to say there's a piece of news coming out of the WWE today.
Okay, what do you got?
What do you got?
Lanny Poffo.
Yeah.
Better known as, well, he wrestled under the name of The Genius, but I did not know because I don't dabble that deeply into the WWE, but I did not realize he was the brother of Macho Man Randy Savage.
That he is.
He passed away to yesterday or today. I believe it was today.
That he did.
And he inducted his brother into the WWE Hall of Fame. He wrestled quite a few of the heavyweights in the wrestling world, and but he wrestled under the name of The Genius.
You ready for another dumb, pointless, cool, neat story by Clip Brock?
Sure, why not?
So sometimes I have memories, and I think they're memories, or either sometimes you can kind of make up your own memory on an event that happened, or I don't know.
Like that time you rode in the car and listened to Under the Bridge?
That was a real memory.
Oh, okay.
I have a memory as a child on a Saturday night and staying up late and watching wrestling. and the Genius was facing off against Hulk Hogan. And at that point in time, wrestling was just like an ECU game, a Washington football game. You know, it was a real sporting event. So I took the wins and losses seriously and what happened in those matches seriously. And I had a memory of the Genius beating Hulk Hogan. And Hulk Hogan never lost in those days. This was back when he was still a good guy. And I remember waking up my dad to tell him, because I was old enough, big sports guy, watched it with my dad, to know like what an upset was, and so I was like, Dad, there's been a major upset. The Genius just beat Hulk Hogan, and he was like, whatever, go back to bed. But I was like, did I make this story up? This is a stupid story. Did I make it up? So I'm on Reddit today on their wrestling page. I check it out every now and then, and sure enough, Shirley, here it is. Lanny Poffo versus Hulk Hogan Saturday night main event. It doesn't have the date on it, but it does have the biggest win ever in the Genius's career. And I watched that live as a youth. Hit the cool, neat story.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Get
I was
it ready
not
to go.
prepared.
Let me see the end of the match.
Cool, neat story.
What do you do, cheat or something? Unbelievable. What
Did
an
the
upset.
referees rig the match?
Oh, Mr. Perfect got involved.
There was always someone involved.
Mr. Perfect. Here's Kurt Hennig. Yeah, they're raising the Genius's arms. And I just remember freaking out like, oh, my God. This had to be like 1990 or something. But anyway, I'm glad that I saw that online today because it confirms a memory I had as a child.
Okay, well, that was nice to know.
Cool, neat story.
Thank you, Jeff. Any questions about that story you'd like to ask?
No.
I'll give you another opportunity. Anything?
Going once, going twice.
I'm gonna.
I mean, what exactly did your dad say when you woke him up?
Probably like Hulk Hogan. What are you talking about? I don't know.
Take a hike.
I'm going to leave the floor open for questions just in case you guys come up with one. Chandler, tell us
Did you ever get into the car that day and with Ellen?
Of course. I was riding shotgun listening to Under the Bridge on the way between South Carolina and Atlanta.
I remember
I
remember being so into that story.
I don't ever want to feel.
That story.
It was not a long story.
No. The
but
build up to that story was like Troy-esque.
And I was in the shotgun seat of my Aunt Ellen's car listening to Under
And so
the
we're
Bridge.
all thinking the payoff is going to be worth sitting through all of that.
No, it's just like.
And you just stopped. And I was like, is that it?
It's the
That
story
was the
of how
most-
I first heard Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It was the greatest letdown of a story I've ever heard.
Was the Genius Hulk Hogan story better than that one?
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because
Better
at least it had some sort of emotion attached to it. You were quite excited and just dismayed and shocked.
You were shocked. You disturbed your father from his sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was the greatest upset
Big
in wrestling
climax.
history at that time.
That's right. You've
There
heard
was
of Chaminade beating Virginia? This was bigger.
This was absolutely no that the.
Yeah.
Like there was no
Yeah, left you speechless.
Yeah.
No, I was actually looking for Chaminade. That's why I was.
Chaminade. It's in the press box folder?
Yeah, but I thought it
Near
was
the top?
Near the top.
Unless I saved over it. Chaminade.
Chaminade.
There it is. Brian
That's
Meador.
what I was looking for. But anyway, that's why I got so distracted. But that build-up in the Ellen story was just so anticlimactic. You were just like, what?
I never told y'all it was Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh.
All right, see, now that...
You were...
All right, now that changes everything.
I have questions.
Did she start dancing?
I have questions.
Do you know Ellen DeGeneres is Spanish for Ellen the Generous? All right. What is going on with all these robots around Greenville?
What is going on with Britney Spears'
Is anybody
career?
else scared?
I'm terrified.
I saw some videos of it. So what's happening? What are these, Shirley?
They're basically, they look like mobile coolers to me.
Yeah.
But
R2-D2s.
Yeah, but that's basically what I think that's what they are. But anyway, students can order food or coffee or whatever the case may be, and they put them in these cooler things.
It's basically
and
robotic DoorDash.
It's robotic DoorDash, and they will, I guess you have to have an app, and they send it out to a certain location throughout campus, and these robots will go to your specific location, and voila, you have your lunch or your coffee or whatever the case may be. I have to say that I am extremely disturbed by it because the extraness of laziness that comes with ordering something that a mobile cooler will bring directly to you bothers me in a way that I cannot explain.
Well, I'm not worried about that part of it. I'm worried about these things taking over. And what happens when they gain consciousness?
Well, I do know that there was an accident. Consciousness. I do know for a fact that one of them was involved in a motor vehicle accident right there at the bottom of College Hill.
God rest its soul.
Vehicle driver was was slowing down to allow a person to cross the crosswalk, did not notice the mobile cooler following behind, ran over said cooler.
Yeah, you're not expecting a cooler to grow legs and walk in front of you.
Exactly.
All of our lives, I've been here 41 years. Every time I've seen a cooler, it's sat still.
And you have to carry it.
And it has wheels, but you have to propel them.
Correct. I've never seen one get up and walk in the middle of the road and commit suicide via vehicle.
I just want to know how you rectify that to said person who ordered food, because I'm sure that the food didn't survive, or it took a tumble in there somewhere. But it's got little flags on it, and apparently it comes with security measures. It has cameras all the way around it. It has is GPS. They have GPSs in them, so they can. I guess the dining services can keep up with where they are.
Pretty soon they're going to start arming them with guns, and they're going to have live bullets on them.
And if you try to accost one, it has an alarm system that is designed. If you pick it up, it will set off the alarm. So I look.
Mike P says, I, for one, welcome our new robot overlords. I guess, get in line, or they might come after you.
You know what this reminds me of? Has anybody ever seen Wall-E, the movie Wall-E?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene where they, all the people are sitting in chairs and they've got screens in front of them and they got like their food, and it's just everybody's kind of gluttonous? That's what this reminds me of. And I'm like, we are steamrolling right into, because people are so lazy they can't get up and walk and get their own food. Come on now.
Now,
hold on, before I read your joke business idea, is that an original? Did you come up with that, or did you see that somewhere? Let me know, and I'll read it regardless, but let me know. All right. Y'all go ahead.
I just think it's lazy.
Well, my concern is so it's Thursday. You know what that means? It's basically the start of the weekend in college.
Yeah, that's bar night.
Baby Friday.
Exactly, Baby Friday. These students, how are these things going to survive in the nightlife of Greenville? You know what I'm saying?
Is there a cutoff point, past 6
what I'm saying. Is there
or
a time where they're not going to be operating? Because if they operate at any time, especially in the late night, good luck to these little robots.
No. Good luck to the people, because if one has one too many pirate beverages, these robot things are going to take some folks out.
Mike P said, by set off the alarm, do you mean kill you with machine guns? Pretty soon, that's what's going to happen.
I mean, if you're stumbling home at 3 a.m. and one of them suckers comes out of nowhere and take your feet out from under you.
What was in my drink? I feel like I see boxes rolling down the street.
The coolers have, legs and flags.
Dude.
Did that guy just get Jimmy John's out of that robot?
All right, Shirley, get the rim shot and the laughs ready.
And we got to take a break, too.
Because we're going to hear Eric's original off the top of the dome. New business. He's going to start a cooler Italian business. You know what it's going to be called?
Oh, God.
Yeti Spaghetti.
And who the NIL player is going to be?
He said Mason Garcia.
Mason Garcia.
The Italian stallion representing the Yeti Spaghetti. It's just a Yeti filled with spaghetti. Now I want some spaghetti. Mom spaghetti.
I'm hungry.
Knees weak? Man, my arms are heavy.
Chandler, got a little something on your shirt there.
What do I got?
Oh, it looks like a little vomit there. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll recite more M&M lines from 8 Mile when we return after this.
Get up the middle, hit! 1 in! 2 in! Dale Murphy makes it a 7-4 game with a bullet up the middle.
Hey, baseball fans, when's the last time you met a 2-time National League MVP and a 7-time Major League Baseball All-Star? Well, your chance is now, as Pirate Radio is bringing Dale Murphy, legendary Atlanta Brave, to Greenville on Sunday, April 2nd. Table sponsorships and ticket information's online now at pr927fm.com. Don't miss your chance to meet a living legend and hear Dale Murphy talk about his career, leadership, and there'll be a question and answer session. It's Dinner with Dale Murphy, Sunday, April 2nd. Details online now at pr927fm.com.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit greenvilleautoworld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
Greenville's first ever Texas Fusion restaurant is now open for lunch. That's right, the Sidebar, located right beside the Dickinson Avenue Public House, now offers lunch Tuesday through Friday from 11:30 to 2:30. Come take a break from work and enjoy the tastiest food items around. Whether it's the honey chipotle chicken sandwich, smoked brisket tacos, chicken tortilla soup, chicken tinga nachos, or keep it simple with chips and salsa. To keep up with our ever-changing menu, food and drink specials, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville.
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here, just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. What else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
Pirate Radio.
P-I-R-A-T-E 1, 2, 3, power!
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a mixed day for the stock market today. The Dow fell 39 points and closed at 34,053. The NASDAQ was down up 384 points at 12,200. S&P was up 60 points at 4,179. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
All righty, thanks for tuning in today. If you missed the chat with Mike Houston, check it out right now on YouTube. It'll also be archived on Facebook, and you can get it in podcast form as well. Great hour with the coach earlier today on Pirate Radio Live. We will see you Friday, 3 o'clock for an all-new edition of the show. We'll talk to you then. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is